what's going on after the whistle there, but good stop up front by OW. That's Edie on your screen right there.
Big Jason Thrower, interior defensive lineman, senior.
There's the Airport offense. Of course, Edie, we talked about. Pearson's the running back. Receivers are Harley, Beamer, Jones. Patterson's the tight end. Humphreys, Langford, Hudson, Melton Lewis, and Gillis, the offensive line. Both teams have pretty good-sized offensive line. The starting line was brought to you by Stewart Law Offices. We have a second down and about 9 here. But give up the right side, room to rumble. First down, yards, and more with Kendrick Pearson. It's a first down. That's a Columbia Police Department first down, and then we go back to the starting lineups again. And brought to you by Stewart Law Office. And they're going quick to the line of scrimmage, though. They may go and snap this. Yeah, they're going straight to the shotgun formation. They're running plays quickly. They're on the 48-yard line. Columbia Police Department first down. He's going to pull it this time. The freshman, he gets smacked down. Edie was running, got hit by 8 in Orangeburg.
And that was one of our key players to watch tonight. Big Nick Payne, that senior linebacker for OW. That's a 3-yard loss. He read that one perfectly.
He read his mail for sure that time. They knew it was coming. And stingy defense. They've had 2 stout defensive plays sandwiched around a pretty decent run up the middle for Airport. We'll see both lines trying to establish themselves. It's going to bring up second down and long. So we're down about, make it about 12, 13. Passing situation, 2 receivers on the near sideline. And Edie's going to pull it and hit by 55. What a smackdown physical play. David Blanchard, another young man we talked about at the beginning of the ball game.
And we talked about him being the center, but that time on the defensive line, he came up with a big play.
Let's talk about that defense for Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Let's take a look at it now, brought to you by Stewart Law Office. Let's take a look real quick at the starters for Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Myers, Blanchard, we just talked about there. Throwage already made a tackle. The D-line, Evans, Sistrunk, Niels, and Avenger, the linebackers. Bell, People, Tyler, and Howell, the defensive backfield. Sistrunk is a kid that'll play fullback as well. So that defensive line, 260 pounds. He's gonna pull it this time, rolls right. Threw a little low that time, and was it caught? They give him the catch right there, got some of that yardage back. And it was receiver at that time, Joe, was Will Beamer.
And again, this defensive front for OW really establishing itself. They got blocked on one play, but they really dominated the line of scrimmage in that series, and they get Airport stopped here near midfield.
Good job settling down after getting gashed for that big run. It'll be punt time, and before the punt, there's going to be a timeout called by Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Remember, they're coming in with a couple shutouts, Joe, and Airport want to test how real those shutouts were, and they're going to find out in this first drive that that defensive line is pretty stout for them.
Well, they shut out Anderson Cavaliers in their first matchup, 48-0, a team up there in the upstate, and then they beat Hemingway 56-0 in game number 2. So OW, as we mentioned in the opening, off to a flying start, and their defense, after giving up an initial first down there to the Eagles, are able to get the 3 downs and out, and they're going to get the football back, and I would imagine fairly decent shape here early in the first quarter.
Well said, Joe, and you see them talking about it right there, talking over a little bit, and the field position now, I mean, they got out to about midfield, so they have a chance with a good punt here to pin Orangeburg-Wilkinson down a little bit. But back to receive this punt, I believe that is that Pearson? I'm trying to get a look at the deep man for Orangeburg-Wilkinson. He's high in this beautiful press box here at Airport. Eagle Stadium. High snap. Almost blocks. And the punt goes straight up in the air. It's a short punt. Going to check up right there at the 34-yard line or so, and they're going to down it right there. Maybe call it the 32. Didn't really flip the field like they wanted to on that one, Joe.
That was about a 20-yard punt, Stacy, and that was good pressure. It was a high snap.
Yeah.
They had to get that thing out of there quickly. Weston Mims had to get that punt out quickly. That was good pressure by OW, and it forces a short punt, and they do take over in good shape. Yeah,
if you want to see a triple option offense, you're about to see one right here. You don't see those as much anymore. This is the Orangeburg-Wilkinson offense. Peoples, the quarterback. We talked about him earlier. Thomas, Avenger, the backfield. Sistrunk, the fullback. Skinner, throw the tight ends. Ross, Darby, Blanchard, Pickett, and Glenn, the O-line. It's a big offensive line. Ross actually is not going to play. Now, look at that's a 260 defensive lineman. We just saw him, Sistrunk, on defense, 44 up the middle, and he gashes folks at that 260 pounds. Good run.
Well, you can pound people to death in that triple, and they're going to go quickly. You watch them run some tempo here. Just try to wear out the middle of that offensive line. Real tight formation.
Yeah, they got about 4 or 5 on that first run, and over the left side this time, just churning out yards, man. They got down to, that's 4 on the carry that time. That is Derek Thomas, another junior. All running backs are juniors in his backfield. The quarterback's a freshman. Take a look at the defense real quick, Joe, by Airport defense. Stuart Law will bring you this. Butts, Castanedas, and Brown, the line. Keys, Cherry Valley, and Bernhagen, the linebackers. McCray, Davis. I'll reach you that secondary in just a moment. And they just went up the middle, and that's a good job up front by Airport. Stopping Sistrunk, the big guy, the big fullback. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be a little short.
He's going to be about a yard, maybe 2 short of his first down. Interesting decision here coming up for the Bruins.
And they're not even, they haven't moved. Let's get to the secondary. McCray, Falk Davis, Gilchrist, and Lewis, the secondary for Airport. Of course, one shout out to Stewart Law Offices. Stewart Law Office has 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit StewLawOffices.net today, bringing you our starting lineups. They're going for it, Joe. This is huge. And this is going to cause a stoppage in play here.
It's a fascinating decision here early, Stacy. Chris Carter in his 3rd season for OW going to roll the dice here off his own 40. Going to go for it on 4th and short.
45 leaves the field that time. That was Jason Thrower. The tight end comes off. They're going to replace him with 80. He went off banged up. Jake Skinner, 6'4", 205. That's good size. We'll talk a little bit about the coach a little bit. Coach Chris Carter right there. He's coaching at his alma mater.
Yep, sure is.
Graduate in 1991. Play some college football. They're going for it, and it's going to be a give off the left side, and I believe he got the first down and more. Good job on the left side of that line. It's a physical game, a lot of hard hitting, and that is give it to 4 that time. That was Derek Thomas, one of those junior running backs.
Well, no hesitation for OW to go for it on 4th down right there, and they easily pick up a first down. Well, they're playing football in the phone booth up there, Stacey.
It's
real,
tight. It's
real tight formation.
It's real tight. That's the Columbia Police Department first down. The Columbia Police Department now hiring with the $5,000 sign-on bonus for new sworn officers. So check it out. Looking for a gig. There you go. $5,000 sign-on bonus. That tight triple option set right there. They got Thomas beside Peoples. And he's going to try the right side. He's going to use the speed this time. Thomas around the right side across the 50, across the 40, across the 30, out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Big gain over the right side for Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Good job blocking. No flags. That's a chunk.
Well, they broke the bone that time, and they went shotgun and just a handoff zone to the outside. And you watch the running play. Derek Thomas was able to get to the corner. You watch it right here. He's able to use his speed, runs past the defender right there, puts a foot in the ground, gets up the field, and OW is in business in the red area.
Got him inside the 20. Got him out of bounds at the, I said the 20. Got down to about the 11. That's the Columbia Police Department first down. And then the Jim Hudson red zone. Give this time to 12. He's going to lose a couple yards that time. Lost some footage. A good job up front by Airport. Jordan Abinger was on the carry.
And big Daniel Butts, number 55, is able to beat his blocker and get good penetration, get the TFL there. That's a big stop on first down.
Jim Hudson red zone. There in the Jim Hudson red zone, as we mentioned earlier. Experience it once and you'll never forget. Thanks to Jim Hudson for that sponsorship. Ball was at the 15-yard line, so a loss of about 2 on that play. Team that does not pass it a lot now. They're behind the sticks a little bit, Joe. They're calling it 2nd and 12, I think, maybe 13. They're going to shift the fullback and tight end to the right side. Snap this time. Got to use the speed again. A good job on that side by Airport. Number 1, Amari Lewis with a big tackle for the defense that time.
Well, Airport got shoved around a little bit on that big gainer a couple of plays ago, but they've come up big these first 2 plays. It was, as you said, Amari Lewis, the free safety, the senior, is able to sniff out that play, stop that for no gain, and now a big opportunity here for the Eagles to get them off the field, perhaps.
So freshman quarterback may have a chance to throw for his first time in this ball game. So young man.
Stacey, how often do you see 2 freshman starters at the varsity level for 2 teams playing here tonight?
Without a doubt. It's very, very rare to see, and they both have command.
Yes.
Brendan Peoples was lauded by his coach, Carter, saying how much leadership he shows, how much command he has of the team to be a 9th grader. He's going to throw it. He's a lefty. He goes to the right corner. It's going to be overthrown. It looks like. Did he get a foot down? Our view is obscured a little bit. That's going to be incomplete. Didn't catch it at all. There's a shade on the right side of the press box over here. We couldn't quite see that, but they went for the whole thing, Joe.
They did go for the downs here. Just a deep corner right here. You put some air under it. You watch him here. Goes up for the catch there to Desi Miller. And good thing there's a mat back there, Stacey.
Yeah.
You can do a high jump or the pole vault into that thing right there. A good soft landing, incomplete pass.
Absolutely. We were watching the kids warm up kicking a little bit here. They're going to try this field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder. Now, the leg is good from there. We saw in warm-ups. See if the accuracy is there. It's a bad snap. They better fall on that. Ball was falling on him, bobbled at the time by Elijah Davis. He fell on it. And Dondre Nash was a kicker. He didn't get his chance that time. And way to stand up for Airport. They come away with giving up no points after being gashed in the drive.
They had that big running play that put OW in the red zone, but unable to convert. No points. Airport with a big stop, and maybe some of the elements in play right there.
Yeah.
Slick football. We had a little bit of a rainy night, as you mentioned at the outset.
Yeah.
I could have played a factor there.
Was it Eddie Money? I love a rainy night. Eddie Rabbit?
Eddie Rabbit.
Eddie Rabbit.
Eddie
One of those
Rabbit,
Eddies.
yeah.
One of those Eddies, yeah, Eddie Rabbit. First down at the 38 for Airport. We're right by the airport, as a matter of fact. You can hit a hybrid 3-wood to the airport from where we're standing right there. Almost picked. Oh, he jumped the route. That's 22 in white for OW. Derek Niels. Boy, that could have been a pick 6 right there.
Derek Niels, he's going to be dreaming about this one tonight. You see it right there. I'm not so sure you get a much better opportunity than that right there. He's going to be thinking about that one this evening. He could have been dancing into the end zone.
Yes, nothing but green grass and opportunity.
Opportunity.
Yep.
But he unable to come up with it.
He threw it too hard. That's a good thing for the quarterback. Good, strong. It was thrown too hard. 3:34 left in the first quarter. First quarter moving fast here at Eagle Stadium. It's an overcast night here, and the ball is slippery. I was just about to say that. It's dropped on the ground again. This time, Edie fighting, slipped a little bit, and still fighting. Kid is so athletic. He made something out of nothing that time. He gets about 4 of that back this time. Or gets a +4.
That's all Jay Edie right there. Again, you see the slick pigskin loose on the turf, and Edie's able to scoop it up and make something out of nothing and make this very manageable. He picked up 5, close to 6.
Yeah, he got him to a point where it's very manageable, as you mentioned. This is going to be 3rd down, and you don't have to necessarily throw it here. Ball's at the 44-yard line of Airport. Still a war in the trenches right now. Both teams trying to establish the trenches. Both teams' D-lines have played well. Let's see who wins this battle here on 3rd and 4. And he's going to throw it out. Oh, look like he'll throw a little pass to the running back. He's going to keep it Edie across the 50, using the legs and just smoothly gliding inside the 40-yard line. What a talented athlete as a 9th grader.
For a freshman, yeah, I mean, you just see the instinct right here. If we get to take a look at that, they're going to fake the swing pass out to the right, kind of get the defense influence that way. You watch him look to his right like he's going to swing it out. Nope, I'm going to take it to myself right up the middle. Then he's able to hit the corner, outflank the defense, scrambles ahead for a first down. Again, just a freshman. Both teams led by freshman quarterbacks.
Yeah, they both look the part, too. They were going to have great careers ahead of them. That's number 2 on your screen. That's a Columbia Police Department first down there. Ball's inside the 40. Edie just makes it look very smooth there. 6'1", 170. This time they're going to give to his running back, Pearson. Modest gain. And I don't want to jinx it, but it's been relatively flag-free. 2 minutes. Remember, I said that with 2. I said that with 2:02 in the first quarter. I might have next within 2 plays. And that's Coach Carter right there. Head Coach Carter right there again at his alma mater. Graduated '91 from OW. Went to play some ball over at UT Chattanooga in his career. Played some arena ball and coached in the arena ball league. So I played with Terrell Owens at UT Chattanooga back in the day. Big run over the left side, turning out yards down inside the 20. Jay Edie, the freshman, great blocking, great speed, great athletic ability by number 2 there. Just an impressive kid.
And a nice decision here, kind of an RPO. Fakes it, decides to pull it and keep it himself. Makes a good cutback, another one right there. He scrambles ahead 17 yards on the pickup. And now Airport, they are flying down here in the red area.
That's a Jim Hudson appearance right there. Jim Hudson red zone. Jim Hudson experienced it once, and you'll never forget. Back to Coach Carter. He played with T.O. He got some good Terrell Owens stories. We'll get to him, and we'll talk about Coach Fiddler on the other side. Both coaches really young, energetic coaches. Going for the end zone right there. They miscommunicated. The receiver zigged and the pass zagged that time. It's going to fall harmlessly in the end zone. Clearly a busted communication on offense.
Looked like he wanted Avery Jones in the back of the end zone. Looked like he might have had him too. Just a little bit of a mix-up, as you call it, Stacy.
Avery Jones had a big catch on our airwaves last year at Lugoff Elgin. Broke his collarbone in that ball game, Coach Fiddler was telling me. And since then, has broken it again this summer. So he's had 2 collarbone injuries. That's Coach Fiddler on your screen right there. Coach Fiddler's a young man from York, PA. His family in York, PA, watching right now online. Went up to the Fiddler family, USC grad. Was a grad student, coached some club football to start off and spent some time at Great Collegiate, Eau Claire, Colleton County, before Ashley River and some other places. Waccamaw, and that's a big play up front for Orangeburg-Wilkinson, and Edie get up a little slow.
Devontae Myers with a stop right there. Again, they tried to scramble Edie to the left, but Myers was having none of that. That's a big stop as we wind down inside a minute in the quarter.
Yes, sir. Fiddler's first head coach job was at Waccamaw down in the Myrtle Beach area. Was at Ashland Ridge for 3 years also, and second year now at Airport. But he definitely wanted me to say hello to his family. His wife's family is in Kentucky, and he wants me to make sure we point out that USC will beat Kentucky tomorrow on ABC too. On another network. I said I'm about to get fired on another network.
It's all over, Stacey.
Gamecocks, yeah, it's all over. They're gonna yank me out of the booth. Hey, how about this though? This is a big play round for Orangeburg defense. Can they get off the field? And this is going to be an overthrow again. Both teams had drives in it. They want a flag. Airport does. Both teams in their drives with the overthrow in the end zone. Well covered.
A lot of hand fighting going on that one. They were just trying to throw a fade to the back of the end zone. Richard Harley was the intended target for Airport.
And we got a field goal coming up, Joe. What's the distance on this one, Joe? You got better eyes than me.
This one will be from the 26, call this unofficially 36-yard attempt.
Weston Mims, the 6'2", 180 sophomore. He's a left footer, it looks like.
My good friend Lee Williams coaches the kickers here at Airport.
What's up, Lee Williams? Joe's guy. It's a left footer. 3 will be on the hold. Isaiah Clemens, a junior. This is going to be a nice little distance here for a high school kicker. Snap is good, the hold is good, and then no play. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I think they stopped that play. Delay of game, I think. It was a penalty. The judge in the end zone threw the flag. Let's see what that was. We'll talk it over, Joe. It's your white hat right there. Illegal substitution looks like it's the call. Somebody was somewhere they wasn't supposed to be.
Now call it a 41-yard attempt.
And you know, the distance was pretty much there. It was a little errant, but let's see now what Mr. Weston Mims can do with his leg there, number 35, only a 10th grader. And this time it has a shot, and it is good. It creeped over, hands to the sky. Airport takes the early lead, 3-0 Weston Mims. Nothing like a good Weston. 3-0 is your lead. And we'll step away. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll step away on the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week from West Columbia, South Carolina.
The National Desk. Context and perspective from America's news now.
Am I getting a dose of toxic chemicals just by eating this food?
Follow-up investigative reports from the National Desk.
The connection to China and our food supply.
Choose America's news now, each weeknight from the National Desk.
The National Desk Weekend Edition, tonight at 12:30 a.m.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
In the capital city, there's a place where diversity isn't just a word, it's a guiding principle. At the Columbia Police Department, women aren't just breaking barriers, they're setting new standards. From patrolling the streets and leading police operations to helping crime victims, they're proving that strength knows no gender. Because here at CPD, diversity isn't just celebrated, it's a way of life. Within our ranks, you'll find more than a career. Find your center and join the Columbia Police Department.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but at Sonic, fun is exactly $1.99 for your favorites like the quarter-pound double cheeseburger. So take that, they. The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
Welcome back into Eagle Stadium, campus of Airport High School, where they just took a 3-0 lead over the Orangeburg-Wilkinson Bruins. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin in the booth, Amanda Poole on the sidelines, and of course, coming up in the Stewart Law Office's halftime report, we'll have our SC Army National Guard Scholar athletes coming up for you, and we want to definitely make sure we give them some love when they come up here. We got two outstanding young folks we're going to share with you at halftime. You don't want to miss that. And of course, you see that Sonic, it's all about the munchies. You got the Sonic Hungries. There's one location near you, I promise you. Kicking off left to right on your screen. Airport with a 3-0 lead. And a Will Lugree Opportunity School kickoff. Will Lugree over 100 years helping students build a better future. And the kick is in the air. It is a pretty good kick that time inside the 5. Head of steam by the returner. And hard hit that time. Good coverage at about the 26-yard line. It's a physical game, Joe.
It sure is, Stacy. That was a 50-yard drive by Airport, 9 plays, 3:38 off the clock. Weston Mims, 41-yard field goal on the final play of the quarter. A couple of big Jay Eady runs set that up, and that's where we are right now as we start the second.
Jay Eady announcing himself. For those who do not know, Airport has themselves an outstanding young freshman. Already has a scholarship offer. It was offered after his 8th grade year before he started his first game as a freshman this summer. Miami of Ohio, which produced, among other people, Ben Roethlisberger. I think.
Sure did, yep.
Snap is a little high, given to the right side this time. That is, oh man, just kicking away from people at the time. Good physical run by Derek Thomas, the 5'9", 195-pound junior running back from OW. He has had a good first half running the ball.
Well, that was almost disaster for OW. If you watch it, the handoff was not clean by any stretch of the imagination, but Thomas able to corral the football, secure it, and then pick up about 17.
Which is interesting. They're a triple option team that plays shotgun. So a lot of times under center.
Haven't seen much triple action here so far out of this team.
Yeah, they call themselves that, but it really has not been that. And that may be part of the ploy. Oh, around the right side this time. Big job on the right side, blocking that carry by Jordan Avenger. 6'2", 225. That's good size for a junior running back.
And a missed tackle, too, if you're Airport right there. Had a defender there in the area. Couldn't make the stop. And, boy, OW's come out here, picked up a couple of first downs.
Yeah, Avenger's a running back that plays linebacker. Timeout's going to be called Airport. 11-14 to play, and they've got gashed the first couple of carries here.
They really have, Stacy.
We'll step away with them right here. That's Coach Carter on your screen. We'll step away. It's the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week from Airport High School. Stay with us.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence really built up since I've been here.
This place has shown me, like, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
I had a car accident. I had a drunk driver cram into me. I went to the hospital in an ambulance and I really didn't know what to do. I was in shock. I had a friend recommend Brent Stewart and I contacted him and was down to earth right with me, and you know, I felt very comfortable talking to him. He handled everything. I would strongly recommend Brent Stewart Law Office to take care of all your needs from start to finish.
Welcome back inside the party known far and wide as the Sonic F&R Game of the Week. Stacey Huff, Joe Cash, and Amanda Poole, and you on an overcast and actually a little slightly rainy Friday night here in West Columbia, South Carolina. OW visiting, coming down I-26. Airport with a 3-0 lead, and you see the uniforms getting a little mud on them now. Across midfield, OW has gone on gashing runs with the Columbia Police Department first down on the last play. And there they are again. The same gentleman that's had the biggest runs in the game, Derek Thomas, on that right side. They found success there, Joe.
They really have, and they've hit Airport with some chunk plays to start this drive. And you mentioned the 3-0 lead by Airport, the first points of the season given up by OW on that 41-yard field goal by the Eagles. They're trying to answer now.
Well, they're a little ornery about it. They finally got the scoreboard dented on them, and they played well, settled down after getting gashed themselves a little bit. They settled down and created that passing down that that led to the field goal, stopped them there. So 2nd and 4 here. It's going to be that same play around the right side again. Wide changes, they can't stop it. Needed 4, got about a little over 10, I believe. Once again with a Columbia Police Department first down carry, Derek Thomas having himself a night, Joe.
So far he really is. You watch it. It's not complicated football, Stacy. He just hands it off, just angles Running play out to the right. We'll give credit out there on the corner. You're pointing to him. DeMonte Sistrunk right there with a good kick-out block. Really springing Thomas there for another first down.
How about Six Shirts, a defensive lineman last year? Plays a little bit there now, but it's to go from defensive line to fullback. And there, this might go. He might go. Strike up the OW fight song. Touchdown. Derek Thomas, touchdown. Bruins. And an MUSC end zone, MUSC touchdown right there. What a job. That right side, they wore it out, Joe, and they finally broke.
Stacy, nothing complicated about this drive. I mean, just power football to the right. Every single play in that drive, just 5 of them covered 74 yards, and Thomas into the end zone. The Bruins have taken the lead.
Yeah, they got to fix that side of the defense from the Airport. That adjustment has to be made, and they're going to, looks like they're going for 2 here. They're going to, we talked about this before the game. They may do some of that, and Peoples, the freshman quarterback, has the touchdown maker, Thomas, behind him, and they're going to call him timeout, I believe. They might want to let Thomas catch a break right out of breath. He's running the ball 3 or 4 plays on a row there, and that's a timeout, Orangeburg-Wilkinson. And good job to maybe get that kid some water.
Well, he certainly deserves it as he gained every inch of those 74 yards that the Bruins just picked up to take the lead. Again, not complicated football, just hand it to him, run right, kick out blocks.
Yeah, you know,
and like you say, it's time for the band to play.
Absolutely, trying to strike up that fight song. And as Joe Moe, the late great Joe Morrison said, when I was a student in Carolina, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they're going to keep wearing out that right side until Airport answers. If they don't answer that, it's going to be a long night here near the airport. Man, we're right by CAE. I mean, we're literally a couple tenths of a mile. If you got somewhere to go, man, you can hop a flight after this. I think you and I both are going back toward the Elgin area, but
we're so close we can hear the flight attendants telling the passengers, this is how you buckle your seatbelt.
Absolutely.
You know, the flotation device underneath your seat.
Absolutely. I was prepared for TSA to holler at me, come up in here. They left me alone. They let me come to the stadium. But I mean, literally, the lights and the planes are right overhead here, so it's a beautiful scene backdrop here. So now they're gonna kick it. They were lined up at a 2-point. They decided to go ahead and give the young man a chance who didn't with the block snap earlier. That's Dondre Nash, the kicker, 5'8", 167, a senior. And they're going to blow this dead. Might be some pre-snap malfeasance. Yes. Offsides defense. Now we're going for 2 here.
You're Chris Carter, you may think about this right here. It's going to be half the distance. I think he's going to call them off. Yeah, he's going to call them off and go for 2. I don't blame him.
Yeah, you guys.
Good call here.
Yeah, because I mean, you're looking at difference between 3 yards and to 1.5 yards.
Exactly.
1.5 yards, and you got big 44. You got, man, listen.
And you just ran the ball almost. You know, Columbia says fly with ease at CAE. Well, they ran with ease that time.
Ground attack.
So why not go for 2?
Absolutely. I think you'll sit there. Now is a good chance for Airport to take some momentum back. You know, on the other hand, if you get shut down on a 2-point conversion and Airport stops you here, the momentum, you know, Airport's going to feel good about that. But look at that backfield, man. That's a lot of size in that backfield. Under center this time is the quarterback, and they got the push him in there because he got stood up. Good job up front early for Airport. I think he got in. The late signal, did it finally go up?
It should. Everybody's in the end zone. I don't know how you.
I'm not sure why. Yeah, I'm not sure what. We'll step away. 8-3. We'll step away. The 2-point conversion that time, and come on back. 8-3 is your game. OW over Airport on a Sonic FNR Game of the Week.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
In the capital city, there's a place where diversity isn't just a word, it's a guiding principle. At the Columbia Police Department, women aren't just breaking barriers, they're setting new standards. From patrolling the streets and leading police operations to helping crime victims, they're proving that strength knows no gender. Because here at CPD, diversity isn't just celebrated, it's a way of life. Within our ranks, you'll find more than a career. Find your center and join the Columbia Police Department.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
9:59 left to play in the first half. 8-3 is your score. OW Bruins up over the home-standing Airport Eagles on homecoming night here at Airport. And coming up in the Stewart Law Office's halftime report, we'll introduce you to this week's Scholar Athletes presented by the South Carolina Army National Guard. You can have it all in the SC Army National Guard. My son's a proud member of the Guard, as Joe Cashin was for many years. And that's Chris Carter on your screen right there. Again, they said you can't go home again. He's gone home and trying for 3 in a row.
You can see how much better they are, Tim Stacy, than they were last season in his first full year. We had them at the outset of last season's broadcasting season against White Knoll over at Orangeburg-Wilkinson. It was all White Knoll that night, but you can see the improvement, how vastly improved this OW team is right now.
Yeah, they were very young last year, and even this year they're still relatively young, but they were really young, and they didn't know his system. He said they really bought in. He talking to Coach Carter on the phone earlier this week. He said the look in the eyes is different, the way they handle the huddles and the meetings and the film sessions. They're really buying in, and both coaches love that about their programs. The kids are really, get into the family unit thing and the togetherness of it all, and that's how you get the wins. Will LeGree Opportunity School kickoff coming at you right now. This is going to be a push kick, which I do not like, and nobody asked me about it, though. So I caught it at 31-yard line. Nobody cares that I don't like it, but that's Will LeGree Opportunity School. For over 100 years, they've been helping students build a better future, and that's where Airport will try to answer, trailing by 5 at the 9:58 mark. First half. The first quarter really flew by. Second quarter slowing down a little bit, only because of, a couple of stoppages here, a couple of timeouts, but been a briskly played game. And again, I must say it again, relatively penalty-free. Relatively. I did cause a couple of them after I said it the first time, but.
Important for Airport to try to generate something to answer that score right here. They don't want to go right back out on defense.
Edie has one man to his right as Pearson. Pearson's going to carry over the left side. He has room. Pearson showing the Jets. Oh, what a quick run that time. Breaking tackles. Good job blocking without holding on that left side. Great burst by Airport. And Pearson showed his speed and toughness on that play.
You showed it for the Airport Eagles. Stacey, you said the Jets. And he put the Jets on right there as he puts a foot in the ground, hits that left side, and does a good job to tightrope that boundary. And that's a good answer. Airport right away.
Columbia Police Department first down that time. Columbia Police Department hiring with a $5,000 bonus. And that's Pearson again trying the left side. Cuts back up the middle and hit forward that time. About the 40-yard line, a little across the 40-yard line. That's ended up being a really good gain on first down. It's going to be second and short for the Eagles. Pearson looks a little winded. The man fell on him with his full weight that time, too. He might be having a little air knocked out of him a little bit, but he's carried the ball quite a few times for Airport. And Edie has done a good job with his legs as well. Second and 2. 2 wides in the formation. I do not believe they've passed this game. They'll try the right side this time, and Edie he dances. Oh, what a job. Like he was going to be stopped right at the 40 or right before the 40. He falls forward. Should be a first down for Airport. Or maybe not. A spot. He's going to be short by a yard. I thought the spot was, okay, he's going to be a little less than half a yard short on third down. And they've kept on the ground the whole game, Joe, so what are you expecting here?
More power football, Stacy. That was a good read, I thought, by Jay Edie to be patient on that. Wasn't able to pick up a first down, but they certainly have it here in 2-down territory.
Absolutely, yeah. No doubt they will not think about a pass here. Edie got good size. Running back to his right, and he's going to go up under center, and they're going to push it, and they did. He got the surge he needed, and more. He kept his feet moving, needed a half a yard, ended up getting about 5 yards on the play. Good job by the offensive line. Good call. It's going to be a Columbia Police Department first down for the Airport Eagles.
They start him in the shotgun, Stacy, then he runs up quickly, goes under center.
Check that. Do we have some face mask at the end? They're going to tack some onto this. This might be the big joker, too. This might be the 15. It's going to be the 15-yarder or the little joker is the 5-yarder. Columbia Police Department wants you to know they have a $5,000 sign-on bonus for new sworn officers. So if you're looking for a gig, that was 5, right? Ball's at the 26-yard line. Coach Carter not happy about that. You see him on the sideline right there. So Columbia Police Department first down for Airport. Pearson up the middle. Hit after about a 3-yard gain.
He's strike middle that time. And if you're Airport, this is a great opportunity to answer that OW long touchdown drive.
Might have been Jackson Glenn on that tackle for OW. Yeah, they got to answer then. So you got to go punch, counter punch here, home turf. And both teams really having some success on the ground. Shotgun formation, a gift to the back. Avoided a man in the backfield as he got the handoff. Good footwork by Pearson. He's going to get down to about the 20-yard line. He's going to bring up third down and about 4.
That's a good run by Pearson, too. I mean, it looked like initially there might not be anything there, but he's able to cut it back, cut it inside the defender, read his blocking, and he's able to get it down there and certainly make this manageable on third down.
Talk about the youth of these teams. Airport starts 10 sophomore and freshmen. 10 sophomores and freshmen in this game. Very young squads on both sides. This time it's going to be a new back, giving Pearson a rest in the game, getting hit and just gang tackled that time was Isaiah Clemens, a junior, and there's your guy, Payne, right there, delivering the bringing the Payne.
And Payne cleaned up, but really give credit that time to Jason Thrower, who was able to penetrate. He really slowed this play down. You see it. He didn't make the tackle. Watch 45 right there. Get in there. He's able to slow down the back that time. Clemens just enough to let Payne and company get there to put stop.
12, Avenger, the running back 6'2", 225. That kid may play on Saturdays. He may be on the linebacker side on Saturdays, but only a junior. This is fourth down here, and they're gonna keep it on the ground. Oh, that's just a strong lean that time. I don't know. It's gonna be about the spot.
I don't think he got there, Stacy. I don't think he got the first down, and all will depend on the spot. If it's the right foot spot, he might have got it, but it's going to be really close.
You take a look right here, Joe. It's going to be close.
Watch Edie. He's just quarterback power all the way. He's taking this, no doubt about that, and we'll see. He tries to stretch that ball out at the end. We'll have to see.
Did they give him the stretch on that? Sometimes they don't give you that stretch. Are we going to have a measurement?
We haven't had any indication yet from the officials. Did he pick this up or not?
Mom is the word.
He needed about the 16 and a half, and that's kind of where the ball is. We don't have the best look at it from here, but
they're going to bring the old chain gain across.
I don't think he got it from where that ball is. I'm going to take a guess. I could very well be wrong about it, but they're going to bring the chains at it. We'll see.
And Joe, this could be huge. You see the Star Trek logo on the chain gang right there. That's the old logo they used back in the day. I call it the Star Trek look for Airport. They got the emblem on their pants, I believe, tonight as well. So they still use it as part of their uniform combinations. And it's going to be short. That's Orangeburg-Wilkinson football turned over on downs. That was huge. A lot of football left to play, but that's one of those plays you may look back on. 6:03 to play in the half. OW with the lead and a defensive stand.
I'm a big fan of the original series too. I will sit there and watch that.
Star Trek?
Yes, absolutely. Never really got into the rest of it, but the original series.
I did back then, but I can't
watch
watch it.
McCoy, Scotty Sue, the whole crew.
That's one of those shows, Joe. I watched it back then, but I can't watch it on repeat. I can't watch those shows. Some shows I can. So
it doesn't matter if it's on, whether I liked it or not. There were some episodes, especially in the third year, that I was not a fan of, but the old series, I loved it.
Joe the Trekkie. You're an Army guy. You should have been Air Force, man.
Well, you know.
Thanks for your service, by the way.
Appreciate that. For your sons as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. 1st and 10. OW takes over about the 16.5-yard line, as you mentioned. It's going to be a high snap. And guess who? Over the right side again. And this time they have it diagnosed. Airport, a lot of blue jerseys to the ball. A lot of extracurriculars. Give that man some love. 25 right there. Stood up tall. Joel, yes.
And he guessed right, Stacy.
I love it.
He guessed right on that one. Watch him make the play right here.
Guess who?
Able to string it out. Fights off the block and makes the stop.
Yeah, a little bit of extra emotion after that play right there. And referee did a good job. I don't think they flagged anyway. A flag is down. There's a flag down. There's some laundry on the field.
Got a holding.
And it's going to be a hold. So I'm glad they didn't get them for the extracurricular stuff. The kids are emotional, so the hold I get. I don't want the pushing and taunting to be flagged right there. Again, nobody asked me. Defensive holding, and it's going to be, offensive holding, it's going to be declined that time. Airport did a great job. So they're going to try to get the ball back. They're going to let them count the down, and they got them going in reverse now.
And I thought that's a smart call there by Coach Fiddler. Go ahead and decline that penalty.
Yeah.
take the down and the result of the play, which was a loss.
Yeah. And they got 5:49, so they'll stop here, and they can pin them down deep. They'll get the ball in good field position. They still got some work to do defensively for that to happen. But that's a start, Joe. They stopped that run around the right side. That's been hurting them all night.
Well, they had to make some adjustments after that old OW touchdown drive.
Yeah.
Because that was 5 straight runs to the right to get them in the end zone. And I'm sure the defensive staff for Airport put their heads together and said to themselves, hey, look, we got to stop that somehow or another. They did there.
Yeah, it's to the point of being ridiculous at that point, just saying we're coming right at you. So they got to change it up now. And nothing happening. Did the ball come out?
Yeah.
The ball might have come out. I think it did.
Yes.
Watching the white hat, he'll let us know. Of course, everybody's going to do a lot of pointing right now. Who comes up with it?
Center quarterback exchange was not clean whatsoever.
Yeah, that's going to be Orangeburg-Wilkinson football, but momentum starting to shift a little bit here. It's an 8-3 game. That's Coach Fiddler on your sideline right there.
That's 8-3 in the bottom of the 4th.
I love it. I love it. And the grand slam +1. Oh, there it is right there. You see the look right. You got kicked away, and the scrum right there. You know what? That could have gone either way. Good job by Peoples reaching in there, pulling it out. Timeout's going to be called. Orangeburg-Wilkinson.
Their second here this first half.
Yeah, Coach Carter playing without one of his offensive line stars we'll talk about in a moment. Let's take a look at what's coming up on Watch Fox tomorrow at noon, high noon. The Texas Longhorns taking on number 10 Michigan. A top 10 battle on Watch Fox at 12 o'clock. Get your college afternoon started right there. And then at 3:30, the Baylor Bears taking on Utah, the Utes at 3:30. That's good college football action right there from out west. And then at 7 o'clock, we go to the major leagues. The Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals going at it in a late season baseball game. And then at 10 o'clock, your nightcap, Texas Tech, Washington State at 10 o'clock. You got wall-to-wall ball games on Watch Fox at the 7. Tune in. Don't miss it.
I like Texas big over Michigan, too.
Beautiful shot right there, Joe.
You talked about it in the game day weather forecast, Stacy. A little light rain here tonight. We've seen that play a factor already with some mishandled snaps and whatnot.
Yeah, we had a little timeout there and some stoppage in play here. The game's bogging down a little bit here, but 4:57 now. 2nd and 12. Now that's the triple option look you talk about. We go over to center. Left-handed throw this time, a little bubble screen, and it was diagnosed. Man, good job, Airport. It never had a chance. The first man there that interrupted that play was Daniel Butts, sticking his nose in everybody's business. Take a look at this, man. We get a shot of that. Butts didn't make the tackle, but he was there where he wasn't supposed to be. Watch 55 mess this play up.
Just didn't quite get the throw. Well, there's not much on that throw. You lead that guy right there, you might do something, but Butts is right there. Yeah. And also give credit to big number 55. Well, you called it. Daniel Butts is really the one that broke up that play. Montreal Keys with the stop.
Yeah, Montreal Keys outside linebacker, 5'11", 190. Impressive kid. Been a tackling machine there for him for a while at Airport. And that's a punt from the end zone is not what you want on your bingo card if you OW. And great field position coming up for Airport, barring anything sinister happening for them. The return man is at the 40-yard line. So they look to be about to be in business to do business, Joe. Another whistle. Joe, who jinxed this game with penalties? Was that you?
Stacy, I knew something bad was about to happen.
That first quarter went too fast, man. Oh, you see him crank it up with the angry. He rolled it up. Roll him up. Roll him up. Chevy Chase and National Lampoon. Roll him up. Illegal procedure on Wilkinson. I guess they may, if they do this half the distance now, if they take it, they're going to go back half the distance. They're going to be further back. I almost go for the block here, Joe.
Absolutely, I think you do, Stacey.
You just can't run. The only problem, these are kids, emotions. You're rough, and you may give it all back to them.
The snap's got to be handled cleanly, too.
Yes. And they've had a couple botches. The ball is wet, Joe. Sorry. And another penalty. Joe Cashin has jinxed the game with the. I'm pretending it's you. I'm not taking that.
And you saw Airport there, Stacy. They had a slew of Eagles in that backfield.
They had people from the airport. They had everybody. They had baggage claim. Everyone.
And maybe that's why they were offside.
They were too many. They were too anxious. Smells like team spirit here at Airport High School. It's homecoming night. A lot of festivities tonight. Early homecoming. No school tomorrow. So much to celebrate for the youngsters. So it will be homecoming king and queen tonight. So punting from the end zone, maybe just outside of it. And they sent everybody, they sent a block guy. I don't know how he missed that, but it's going to be a very short punt. Ball's going to be out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that was Montreal Keys that almost got a hand on that, Joe.
Boy, Montreal Keys, how does he not block this? I mean, he's looking unblocked. I mean, he kind of took a bad angle right there. He kind of went the wrong way.
He went to the left foot and the right foot.
Yeah, he goes for the right foot on the right foot punter.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing may be rolling through the back of the end zone, but nonetheless, that's still probably a big break for Airport because they get the ball at the plus 23.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Coach Carter right there. Not a happy camper, but if you're on the Airport side, you got to be happy. But he's like, he didn't want to get kicked that time. He was avoiding that angry right leg. And it's going to be Pearson hand fighting. Might have got a yard on that. Might have got a yard. Good penetration by the Orangeburg-Wilkinson defense. Pearson's going to sleep well tonight now. 5'10", 180, one of those junior running backs. This game is filled with junior running backs, but he's carried the load a lot this first half.
He really has. And this is crucial, Stacy, for Airport to convert here. You get the ball where they got it at the plus 24. You only get a yard, 2 yards right there. They've got to put this ball in the end zone as we wind down the end of the first half.
Absolutely. You talk about momentum. If you don't get something here, and really you need 7, because you've been in the red zone a couple times. So just outside the red zone here, 2nd and 9, ball's about the 21-yard line. And just too many white jerseys over there, but just an athletic play that time. Fighting just to get a couple yards that time, and we might have been hit out of bounds. That was Edie, impressive freshman, got something out of nothing, John.
Watch Edie here if we get a chance to watch this again. I mean, this is just pure athleticism. I mean, he paralyzes a defender who was in the perfect position to make the stop and unable to do so because Edie just cut it back inside of him. Just was able to pick up almost 7 yards.
Yeah, he kind of likes that thing, man. He glides, like watching that kid run. So it's going to be.
Watch this right here, Stacy. Kind of fakes the RPO handoff out there. Woo! There he goes. Defender just kind of grabbing it there right there. Watch him put the Jets on. Hard to believe that youngster's a freshman.
It really is. He's very mature. That's what the coach said. He's mature beyond his years. Gave him the okey doke that time. It's wide open up the middle for him this time. And he's going to ease down inside the 10-yard line for a first down. That's the Jim Hudson red zone. Jim Hudson experienced it once, and you'll never forget. Also a Columbia Police Department first down, and the Airport has everything going their way right now with 2:50 on the rolling second quarter clock.
Edie making it look easy on these last 2 runs.
Edie easy? Okay, I see a little something there. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I gave that one a shot.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, let's go. Let's go for it all. Let's go for the win. Give this time to Pearson. He's going to try to middle, and that time just knifing in. Get the number of the first guy in there, but cleaned up. That was 22 that came in and kind of disrupted the play for Orangeburg-Wilkinson. That is Derek Neals. He kind of messed it up, and then I think 45 might have cleaned it up for him. Could have been Jason Thrower. A couple big plays coming up here now, Joe. You want to push this in if you're Airport.
Yep, no question. Must convert here.
Yes, sir. 2nd and goal. This is freshman quarterback Edie on your screen right there. And he's going to fake the give. Lucky wanted to throw that time, and he's got some green grass right there. He might dance his way into the 5-yard line, still driving his legs. Just cattle tossed like a rodeo tackle that time for Avenger. That's a good strong run by Edie to get inside the about the 4-yard line there.
He wanted to throw it. Yep. Didn't have it down the field.
Might be a tight end, I think.
Yep.
Hey, that's flag, Joe. See what you've done. Illegal shift, Airport. You cannot hurt yourself at this point right now. You're trying to get the go-ahead 6.
Coach Fiddler told me a good story about Jay Edie that after the loss at May River, as soon as they got on the bus to come home, now May River's a long way down there, so you get a long time on the bus.
Yeah.
Jay Edie, the first thing he did was pick up an iPad and say, I want to see the film of this game.
He told me that as well. That's
right away.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
And both coaches, I mean, same with Carter, with Peoples, these are young freshmen who are just ahead of their age bracket, and both of them are 2 sports, guys, basketball, football guys, so they're used to being leaders. But they're behind the sticks now if you're Airport. It's goal to go, and they're on about the 13-yard line. So he's going to throw it. It's wide open, but is it underthrown? They're going to call interference. There's 2 flags down, and there was a flag before on the pass. There may be 2 penalties on this play. he underthrew it a little bit, and that's what actually caused the interference. The defender never got his head around.
Zion Howell back there on coverage. He never did turn around, as you said, Stacy. Looks like a DPI call coming up against OW.
But I thought it was a flag down before that one. We'll see. There's a lot of we for a lot of conversation right here. What did you see, and when did you see it? So maybe it's just one. Maybe two guys saw that. I thought I saw a flag go up before we threw that ball. But it's the easy call right here. That's an easy call on the PI.
Yeah, there's no question about that. Yeah. You can't make. You got to turn and make a play on the ball.
No face guard, and that was.
And he also made contact.
Yeah, all that, et cetera, et cetera. That was Avery Jones, our guy, who's their leading receiver. 2 broken collarbones since we saw him at Lugoff Elgin last year. Young man's fighting through it, showing the toughness. This is his senior year. So that being said, it's going to be they get the ball now inside the 6, but it's still on his second down, it looks like. Pearson hit immediately. That's that man again who's having himself a game. That's Derek Niels, the senior linebacker, number 22.
Derek Niels read this one all the way. They tried this little quick pitch out to the left. You'll see right here. Pearson takes the pitch, and there's just nowhere to go. No one really even blocks Niels. Makes this kind of an easy play for him. He's able to get the TFL.
Love the TFLs if you're on the defensive side. This becomes a huge play for Airport. 3rd down is huge because this you can execute here and get the end zone. You got a decision to make. They've already, had some tough decisions already early this first half. Shotgun snap. He's going to throw it again. Thought he had a man and pulls it down. Got to run. He's got to get pay dirt. He may make it. He got in. I believe he got in. There it is. Touchdown. Hands to the sky. Strike up the Airport fight song. Touchdown, Jay Eady. Touchdown, Airport in the MUSC end zone there. MUSC touchdown. Watch this, Joe.
Little RPO. Looked like he wanted to throw right, tucked it, and said, you know what, I'm going to run. I'm going to get it myself. Got off a good block there on the corner. Got a good block from Richard Harley, the wide receiver over there, and he's able to cut in off that block, and they have retaken the lead, have the Eagles.
And that's how they're going to, they may go for 2 here. They're going to go for, I think they keep an offense on the field here, but the lights went out for a moment there. We already got a new light show here. It's a little early. You want to hold on for a moment.
You couldn't see the official throw the hands up
right.
because the lights went out.
Exactly. So that's a good play. They're going to go for 2. Eady with the snap. He's going to roll right with pressure, under pressure. A throw to the corner, knocked away at the last moment. Oh, it was a well-drawn-up play. It might have been 3 from Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Tyreen Tyler, I believe, broke it. SM broke it up. And it's a 1-point game. A solo homer is the distance. There's the difference in this ball game. 9-8. Airport over OW. Take a look, Joe.
Again, you see the great block out there. He gets it from his wide receiver. And he's able to scamper his way to the end zone. Second rushing touchdown for Jay Eady this season. He had one earlier against May River a couple of weeks ago. And got us a good one here, Stacy. 9-8, as you mentioned.
For sure. 46 seconds left to play. And we had a feeling this would be a hotly contested game, and teams are answering each other punch for punch. So it looks like we'll get the kickoff here, and
7 plays, 24 yards.
And the band played on.
Speaking of the band, Stacy, one of our own on the production crew has a very close tie to the Airport band over here.
Great segue. Jessica Pasternak is an instructor here, works with the band here at Airport High School. Been here for a few years, does a great job, and I'll tell you what, she's passionate about her love of music and working with these youngsters, and they've done quite a few things. We're going to share some information with you as the night goes on, but she works with the band Color Guard and Winter Guard.
Yep.
2 weeks away from their first marching band competition, and the Winter Guard placed 3rd in the Scholastic Regional 2A at CWEA Seaweed Championships last season. That's the Will LeGray Opportunity School kickoff, and not a lot happening right there. Will LeGray wants you to know, and we thank them for their sponsorship of our kickoffs. Will LeGray wants you to know that for 100 years, they've been helping folks have a better future. We appreciate them as being a sponsor of what we do here. Will LeGray Opportunity School, helping students build a better got a future. They're real close to here, right? Not far from where we are.
Exactly, right around the corner. Yeah. Like you said, I'm like a 5 hybrid maybe from here.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 for you. See, 5, you said you had to one up. I said a 3. So you hit the ball longer than I do. We got play. We haven't played yet.
It doesn't go real far for me.
Yeah, we haven't played yet, but I got a feeling you're a much better golfer than I am. But I had to lean on that. That three hybrid gets me out of a lot of trouble, my guy. I had to lean on it. Fix up those bad drives. So 41 seconds left in the first half. We got a lot coming up for you at halftime. And it's a big night here at Airport, homecoming night. They're going to take a knee. They're going to run this clock on down.
Got a movement up front.
And yeah, they're going to crank it and wind it up again. So they're trying to get out to the halftime. And no need for that on a kneel down.
Stacy, when I play golf, people usually say, your pants have pockets? Is there somewhere for that golf ball to go? After I've hit it about 70. My brother-in-law's bad about that. He'll hound me about that.
I love it. I love it.
Them pants got pockets?
I'm about to use that one. I'm going to have to use that one. I'm in a tournament here later this month down in Jacksonville, so I got to get out and play some to get ready. A lot of penalties here in the second quarter, Joe, that are relatively clean first quarter. I think you jinxed them.
Well, I don't know about that.
Somebody did.
Somebody did.
Somebody jinxed them. And then going backwards now. I don't know how a legal procedure on a kneel down, though. Just the folly of youth.
Looked like the left guard just flinched in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Maybe the tackle.
Like somebody flinched that time, too, a little bit. Now, Airport firing off, making contact on that. You don't need to do that. I mean, plus a flop, a spectacular flop. Spectacular. That was an MLS level flop right there by the OW running back. I believe that was a young man who's had quite a half. Derek Thomas. He just rolled and flopped and fell, trying to draw a penalty.
Derek Thomas with the OW touchdown earlier in the second quarter after that long drive. He got all 74 yards on that drive, did Thomas.
Yeah, we have only 2 touchdowns scored in the ball game. 2-point conversion good for OW and a missed extra point for Airport. A missed 2-point conversion, check that, and then a field goal on their score. So Edie, 1 touchdown in the ball game, and then they're going to let the clock wind on down. And then, of course, Derek Thomas the other. So they're going to both head to the locker room. Airport leading 9-8 at home on homecoming, trying to even their record at 1-1, Joe.
Yep, so far, so good for Airport. Weston Mims with a 41-yard field goal for Airport, last play of the first quarter. Then Derek Thomas, 27-yard touchdown run for Orangeburg-Wilkinson, gave them the lead. And then Jay Edie from 10 yards out for Airport. That gave them the lead back at the 46-second mark. 2-point conversion, no good. That's where we are, 9-8.
It's been quite a physical ball game coming up in the first half, and we are now be joined for our Lexington Medical Center Coaches Corner. It's the only local independent hospital in the Midlands. We're here to care for you whenever you need us. Be well. Going out to the field to Amanda Poole with Coach Fiddler.
Thank you, Stacy. Coach Jay Edie there, just manufacturing yards, manufactured a touchdown just now. Is there anything more you want to see from him in the second half?
I want to see him throw the ball to the people that are open. That's what we got to do. We got to make the passes that are there. We've had them. We should have a lot more points on the board. We got to get it figured out. We got to go in there and get this stuff cleaned up. We want to go out here and win this game. They're a good, tough team. They've done a good job of attacking players in our defense that have not stepped up to them, so we got to get those guys to step up. We got to play a lot better in the second half. I'm proud that we were able to punch that ball in there at the end, but we have got to play better. We got to clean this stuff up to win this game.
All right, thank you, Coach. Stacy.
You can hear the intensity. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Coach Fiddler. And we're going to step away for a halftime here. Homecoming night at Airport High School. They lead 9-8 over at Orangeburg-Wilkinson Brewers. It's the high school football game of the week brought to you by Sonic FNR. Come on back with us for halftime.
What makes Watch Fox local first?
Watch Fox News is local first because we tell the stories of the people.
From moments of joy to people achieving their dreams to moments of sorrow.
We have the privilege of telling your stories and also have the obligation of telling them correctly.
Tell them with grace.
And tell them with sensitivity.
It's not something that everyone gets the opportunity to do, and we take that responsibility seriously.
We put you first, which is what makes Watch Fox News local first.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
At Palmetto Pride, we know we have a choice. The choice for a cleaner South Carolina. And it's an easy one at that. Don't litter. No grand gestures or heroic efforts here, but the outcome still has monumental impacts. When it comes to our state, every choice counts and every action matters. From the great outdoors to parks next door, from Main Street to your street. All it takes is a little bit of pride to keep South Carolina beautiful.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but at Sonic, fun is exactly $1.99 for your favorites like the quarter-pound double cheeseburger. So take that, they. The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
This is the Stewart Law Office's halftime report. One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Offices has 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit stewartlawoffices.net today.
Welcome back to halftime on the Sonic FNR Game of the Week. We stand at 9-8. The homestanding Airport Eagles 1 point over Orangeburg-Wilkinson on homecoming night. Stacey Huff up here in the booth, and it's time to go down to Amanda Poole on the sideline with our educator spotlight. Amanda.
Thank you, Stacey. I'm here alongside OWAD Cedric Simpson.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Besides the touchdown right then and there.
Oh, yeah, I know. It got it late, but that's fine. We'll be okay second half.
Awesome. I just want to talk a little bit about Orangeburg. You know, what's going down there at your school?
Everything. Right now, we're building a tradition at OW like in the past. The fan base is great. Our community is great. So right now, we're on the up and up.
You guys getting a new school, too, I hear.
Brand new school, 2026. Our superintendent, Dr. Foster, is doing an excellent job in Orangeburg County, so we're growing.
All right, lots to look forward to and a lot of more football to play, too. Thank you so much, Cedric.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Coach Simpson, also the boys basketball coach here, former boys basketball coach here. Let's go out to our Scholar Athletes, brought to you by the South Carolina Army National Guard. For Orangeburg-Wilkinson, it is Nick Payne. Nick has been a member of the Bruin football and track teams for 3 seasons. He was named All-Region in football and team defensive MVP last season, leading the team in tackles and forced fumbles. At school, he has a 3.3 GPA in the OW Honor Society and recipient of the Orangeburg County Scholar Athlete Award. In the community, Nick is active with the Kappa League and his church. He hasn't decided on a school just yet, but hopes to play football in college and study civil engineering. We wish him the very best of luck, whatever he decides to do in his future. Congratulations, Nick Payne. You are our Scholar Athlete of the Week from the Army National Guard from Orangeburg-Wilkinson this week on the FNR Game of the Week. Stay with us with more halftime coming up after this.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence has really built up since I've been here.
This place has showed me, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
At Atkins Law, we believe who you hire matters, but don't take our word for it. Hear it from our clients.
From the front desk to the paralegals answering my questions to the one I have in my back, I couldn't ask for a better team of professionals.
From my first phone call to meeting Joe in person, I knew I was going to be in good hands.
Holly has a great practice, and her various experiences brings tons of knowledge to each of her clients.
Remember, who you hire matters.
Harvey High is now in session. Today's subjects: biology.
Name an animal with the long neck.
Dinosaur, long neck, yeah.
Let me ask you something. When last time you seen one?
Anatomy.
Name a part of Steve Harvey that a woman might want to kiss.
Your six-pack.
The six-pack? Does she know who Steve Harvey is? You got to dig for it, but it's in there.
Get schooled with Family Feud. Family Feud, weekdays at 5:30.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
This is the Stewart Law Office's halftime report. One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Offices has 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit stewartlawoffices.net today.
Welcome back into halftime. Once again, 9-8 is your score. Homecoming night here at Airport High School. It's now time for our Educator Spotlight. We go down the field with Amanda Poole with an educator from Airport High School.
Thank you, Stacy. I'm here alongside Airport Principal Matt Shillett. Matt, we saw a really cool light show after that touchdown in the second quarter. Tell me, what's new and exciting here at Airport?
And you just said it right there. Talk about new and exciting. You got to witness right before halftime, Airport scores a touchdown. And we've got these brand new state-of-the-art blue Airport LED lights that flashed. The place went nuts. It was just cool to see. And you got to experience the first ever touchdown where we were able to do it. It was a show, and it is great to see.
Fun homecoming home opener as you guys unveil the Jumbotron as well. Lots of exciting things happening, and I'm going to add on to it because our sponsors, Sonic, have some great news to share with you. Destiny?
Congratulations to Airport for winning the Car Hops for Cash. You guys are getting $500.
All right.
Thank you.
Stacey, I'll send it back to you.
Amanda, and congratulations to Airport on that win. And now for the South Carolina Army National Guard Scholar Athlete of the Week for Airport High School, it is Riley Wilborn. Riley is a three-sport letterman for the Eagles, where he is the team captain for volleyball and golf. At school, he has a 5.51 GPA as an AP Scholar with distinction and is the vice president of Beta Club, a member of the National Honor Society, and co-founder of the STEM Club. In the community, Riley is an FCA leader and volunteers at senior centers and tutors classmates. Next year, he plans to attend Clemson to major in biomedical engineering. Congratulations, Riley Wilborn. You are our Scholar Athlete of the Week, brought to you by South Carolina Army National Guard for the Sonic High School Game of the Week this week. Good luck in your future endeavors. We'll be right back with more halftime after this. Sonic Friday Night Rivals is a great night for high school football in South Carolina. Stay with us.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
I got hurt at work. I slipped and fell off a forklift. I thought my employer was going to take care of me, but then all of a sudden I started seeing all kind of crazy stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and call Stewart Law Firm. Came straight to my house, treated me with respect. My ex-employer tried to deny my payments, but my attorney made sure they took care of that. If it was people in this room and they were hurt and they didn't know where to go to, I would tell them to call Stewart Law Offices.
As a former storm chaser, I've experienced everything from nuisance weather like light rain to dangerous extremes like tornadoes. I know firsthand how quickly things can change, which is why it's important to get the most up-to-date information. Skywatch Weather gives you the most accurate forecasts you need both on air and on all your devices with the Skywatch Weather app. Stay safe, alert, and informed with Skywatch Weather.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
This is the Stewart Law Office's halftime report. One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Offices has 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit stewartlawoffices.net today.
Halftime 9-8. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up in the booth. And how did we get 9-8? Well, I'm glad you asked. We have a moving picture show to tell the story. Take it away, Joe.
Well, probably a 2-run RBI in the bottom of the 8th inning got us to where we are. But truthfully, it was Weston Mims for Airport, a 41-yard field goal on the last play of the first quarter that capped off a 50-yard drive for Airport. 3-0 was their advantage. However, back up the Bruins here. Derek Thomas led the way on a 74-yard march. You see him take the handoff right here. Hits the Jets on the boundary, scampers down the field, 27 yards into the end zone. 2-point play worked. They took an 8-3 lead, but watch Jay Eady, the freshman for Airport, fakes the pass, runs it to the left, gets a great block on the corner, sticks that pigskin over the goal line right there. 2-point play failed for them, but they lead it 9-8 here at intermission.
A homecoming night, a rainy homecoming night, and now look at those stats right there. It's pretty even. That's passing yards, not exemplary by either team, but it's not going to be a passing game.
Each team with 4 penalties, 71 yards and penalties for Airport. Total offense, 124 for the Eagles, 93 for the Bruins. And that's pretty much kind of the way this game has gone. 9-8, a close 1-point lead for the Eagles.
And now in year 10, that's voted on by you. All right, we count on our top 10 plays in 10 years of FNR Game of the Week. Let's look at play number 8 from season 2. Check it out.
Look to throw it down the seam, has a man, and it is caught. Touchdown. What a one-handed grab. Mitchell McGee. Good coverage on the play, but does not get his head around, and it is a touchdown pass, Crouch to McGee.
Well, they leaving that slot guy there. There's nobody over him, and you're 5 yards back. You're just allowing him basically to just run free, and it's hard for the defensive back to play catch up, and he's standing flat-footed, and you got a guy at the slot running full speed.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Trying to get into the end zone, he does. Let's see what happens, never know. And it is caught!
No way!
It's caught in the end zone! Touchdown for Stroudsburg. Ethan Stutzik with a North American Warhorse touchdown.
Launches, and that one is going to be picked. Sean Legros. Legros makes a cut. Sean Legros, great block.
Second down and goal. Quick pass, and now they're going to try the double pass. Looking long in the end zone. Is it caught? Touchdown, Jaguars. Touchdown, Dakari Shakes, another People's Bank of Alabama touchdown. And we've got second down and goal inside the 10. Quick pass over the shoulder. Touchdown! Great Barber, his second touchdown of the night, another People's Bank of Alabama touchdown. And the
Raider wants it all, has a man, it's caught. It's Jay Timmons who dives across the goal line for an SE Tire touchdown.
With the trophy leading the celebration tonight.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
At Palmetto Pride, we know we have a choice. The choice for a cleaner South Carolina. And it's an easy one at that. Don't litter. No grand gestures or heroic efforts here, but the outcome still has monumental impacts. When it comes to our state, every choice counts and every action matters. From the great outdoors to parks next door, from Main Street to your street. All it takes is a little bit of pride to keep South Carolina beautiful.
What makes Watch Fox local first?
Watch Fox News is local first because we tell the stories of the people.
From moments of joy to people achieving their dreams.
Let me give some love to my girl Tessa Johnson, shooting those threes like they were water!
To moments of sorrow.
Everything that I own. Only thing I got left was the shoes and the jacket that I had on.
We have the privilege of telling your stories and also have the obligation of telling them correctly.
Tell them with grace.
And tell them with sensitivity.
It's not something that everyone gets the opportunity to do, and we take that responsibility seriously.
We put you first, which is what makes Watch Fox News local first.
Scan the QR code on your screen with your mobile device and download the Watch Fox News app to never miss a local first update. Sponsored by the Stanley Law Group, your injury law professionals.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but at Sonic, fun is exactly $1.99 for your favorites like the quarter-pound double cheeseburger. So take that, they. The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
Welcome back inside the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. We are in West Columbia, South Carolina, the campus of Airport High School, where the Airport Eagles lead 9-8 over the Bruins of Orangeburg-Wilkinson High School. Stacy Huff, Joe Cashin up here in the booth. Outstanding gentleman and citizen, Joe Cashin. Let's talk about those keys to the game again.
Yeah, OW wanted to control the clock, Stacy. Not really sure. I mean, each team only had 4 possessions in that first half, and the last one for OW was just a kneel down. So, yeah, I guess they did that relatively effectively. Yeah. Contained Jay Eady. Not too bad, even though they let Jay Eady get loose for a touchdown run there late in the half. For Airport, running the ball effectively, kind of, sort of, maybe, kind of hit or miss on that one. Be physical up front. I thought they did a good job of that to try to contain that OW triple option attack, which we really didn't see a lot of triple. No. It was just hand the ball off there for OW, but you know, both teams, yeah, okay, I would say, had the keys to the game so far through the first 24 minutes.
Well said, Joe. I appreciate that take on that as well. Brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Blue Cross Blue Shield, one of our sponsors for keys to the game. We appreciate them. You'll know all about Blue Cross Blue Shield, a very well-known brand. It was been a little wet off and on here, still a little overcast, and I think the rain has kind of stopped for the moment, but I think we did see some balls hit the ground in the first half of action, and we'll see if that becomes a factor. But both teams have been really, you saw -4 passing yards for one team, 6 for the other. It's been a pretty much ground stubborn attack. We'll see more of that, especially if a team misrunner gets out for a sizable lead. If it ever gets to become a 2-possession lead by someone, I don't think we'll ever see passing again from that team.
And we certainly didn't see much of it, as you just mentioned, Stacy. Not a lot of balls in the air in that first half. Both teams wanted to keep it on the ground, and important to start this second half. OW will get the football first as they kicked off to start the game, but the Bruins will have it to start. They're down by 1 point. It will be interesting to see how they play the offensive game coming out here to start this second half, and hopefully we'll get Amanda down there with Coach here to get a little bit of insight and find out what the talk was at halftime for the Bruins.
Absolutely. That's a look at the Eagles Stadium press box right now. Let's go down with our Coach's Corner, brought to you by Lexington Medical, to Amanda. What's up, Amanda?
Thank you, Stacy, here alongside Coach Chris Carter. Coach, their quarterback, Jay Eady, how do you try to contain him in this second half?
I think the biggest thing is we've been in position, but we got to make tackles. A lot of missed tackles. That's something you can't do against a good athlete, and so we just got to wrap up and just play assignment football.
Offensively, who do you want to get more involved in the second half?
I think we got to get our receivers more involved now. Derek Thomas has been doing a good job. We got to get Jordan Avenger in the mix and kind of let Brandon go a little bit more.
All right, thank you, Coach. Stacy.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Coach Carter. Thank you, Amanda Poole's always doing a great job on the sideline. That's Lexington Medical bringing you our Coach's Corner segment. As the only local independent hospital in the Midlands, we're here to care for you whenever you need us. Be well. That's from Lexington Medical. Stacy Huff, Joe Cashin up in the press box here. A nice press box. You saw the shot from there earlier. Glad to have you with us. And Joe, we talked a little bit about what we might be expecting coming up here, but one thing we got to definitely expect is, as he said, Avenger, you got some big names. You got a 2 freshman quarterback, but you got some, junior running backs that have done well. Pearson for Airport, he should have carried the load a lot. And you saw big Sistrunk and Avenger, and of course the Thomas, the guy that had the big touchdown for them. Those guys are going to be the ones that they can continue to churn it out. We're probably going to look for a game going down to the wire on the ground.
I suspect Derek Thomas, who had that touchdown for OW, I suspect Airport will get a heavy dose of him. They'll see him a lot in this second half. And if you're the Bruins, you want to feed it to your horse. You had a big first half, and Thomas certainly did that. And again, Jay Eady, you heard Coach Fiddler talk as he went in about, they've got to find guys on the outside. They have receivers open. They didn't make the plays to hit those receivers in the first half, so it will be certainly interesting to see what kind of chess match took place at halftime, what sort of adjustments, each staff, the staffs for each team they were able to make during the break.
Because Phillips seemed a little slightly perturbed. But we got a freshman quarterback. There's going to be some of those plays that you may not see. So they're trying to get a young man settled down, and he thinks they got a chance to pop some. They had a couple chances to try to get to the tight end a couple times, and he pulled it down. So we'll see if they go back there again. Let's take a look at what's going on Watch Fox 57 on Sunday. We showed you Saturday. Let's look at Sunday, and folks, it's that time again. This NFL season kicking off this weekend. We had a game last night. There's a game going on as we speak. But don't stay right here. We'll tell you about it later. Don't worry, but this is where you need to be. Panthers at 1 o'clock taking on the Saints, and that's actually a division game, I do believe, as well. And then the best team ever in creation in pro football, the Dallas Cowboys, at 4:30 taking on the Cleveland Browns right here on Watch Fox 57. So you don't want to miss Dak and the fellas at 4 o'clock. So you got the young Bryce at quarterback. You got the old KG veteran Dak going against Deshaun Watson now. Cleveland, a make-or-break season for him, you think. And then the Saints, listen, Saints have a backup quarterback that we all know in the area right here, right? Young man that played quarterback for the Gamecocks last year. So we'll see if, Spencer Rattler, so we'll see if he gets in the game a little bit. So a lot of quarterbacks to keep your eyes on Watch Fox on Sunday.
The Cowboys. I can't believe you're a Cowboy fan, Stacey. You gotta be kidding. When's the last time the Cowboys
Here we go with that,
Stacey? Come on.
Anything's a relative term. People say anything. The Cowboys are the only team that have to win the Super Bowl. Else is a bad season.
It's a terrible season.
Everybody else goes to the playoffs. You got to win the Super Bowl or bust every year. So with that being said, the Will Great Opportunity School is among us right now. As Joe Cashin is hating up in the booth right here. He's drinking his Haterade. I didn't see you drinking anything. But you have a full dose of Haterade in the booth already. The Will Great Opportunity School, for over 100 years, they've been helping students build a better future. That's Airport kicking off left to right on your TV screen there in the familiar blue with the gray or silver trousers, the silver hats.
And the Star Trek logo?
And the Star Trek logo.
Which I love.
The A in the middle of the field is cool now, but I tell you what, at one point they had the Star Trek logo in the middle of the field for some years, and that's part of their lore now. Orangeburg-Wilkinson in there. Orange helmets, white jerseys, and burgundy or maroon trousers. At times, Orangeburg-Wilkinson, they were just ever so dominant, and then at the end of the day, the Airport 1 point better. That field goal may end up being big. When they got down there and got something out of nothing. We're set for third quarter action. Thanks for joining us on the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. Our third game. This is week 2, our third game. Ball's in the end zone. That's a good leg there.
Anytime you get a touchback in high school football, and we saw that at Wilson Hall last week with that young kicker.
Yeah, that kid had a booming leg.
He could boot it. And that was a good kickoff right there. Anytime you can get a touchback in high school football, you want that team to start at the 20.
So we didn't talk a little bit about it in the first half, not much. So one of the better offensive linemen for Orangeburg-Wilkinson is not going tonight out with a hip injury. Young man Ross. James Ross, he's 6'5", 258. They leaned on him, so they run pretty well without him in there. But he's a kid that has some interest from Clemson. I don't know, he wears number 58, I believe, for that team. But he's not playing there, so they had the backups in his spot. So good job. Sloppy handoff, but good job coming in. Montrell Keys again with a TFL.
Well, Brendan People, the quarterback, didn't look like he was ready for the snap. It kind of bounced off his face mask, and he's able to recover that ball before it hits the ground and avoid some potential disaster right there. Still winds up as a loss of 4.
Keys on your screen right there. He's played himself quite a ball game. He's been around the ball quite a bit. Almost had a blocked punt as well. 5'11", 190, senior. So behind the sticks now. Again, neither team really is in love with the idea of passing the ball. I don't think Orangeburg-Wilkinson has attempted one. They did attempt one, I think, maybe. One man in the backfield, a little pistol set that time out of that wishbone. Around the right side, that's been the bread and butter, and breaking tackle, just fighting forward for yards, making something out of nothing. I believe that's Garrett Thomas again, number 4. He's been the bell cow. Got about 5.
It was Brian Cherry, the inside linebacker, the senior, that had a shot at Thomas in the backfield, but was able to slow him up just enough. Thomas still able to pick up about 5-6 yards on that play, get it back ahead of the stick. Still 3rd and long, though.
Yeah, Brian Cherry's a senior captain. They lean on him to make a lot of plays at that linebacker slot. And 3rd down and still a passing situation, but they were negative 4 or 5 before that run, so it's on the 3rd and 8 now. And again, People's a young freshman quarterback, Joe. Let's see if they put it in the air right here. Here's a lefty. Oh, balls up for grab and corralled, and that's going to be a break for OW. Either they don't get the first down, and it may be a little bit close, but that could have been a horrendous turnover that time. Justin Williams on the run.
They are juggling that football tonight. Watch it here, Stacy. I mean, again, whoop, whoop, whoop. There goes the ball, and he's able, it just falls right back into his arms, and he's able to scamper up and at least pick up some yards. He's going to be a little bit short of the first down, but again, disaster avoided for the Bruins.
They're making a decision right now. They're thinking about it a long time over there. 5'6", 150, the junior, Justin Williams. They're thinking about it, OW. This may be a timeout called here.
This would be something by Chris Carter. He goes for it on his own 29, and they only need half a yard, Stacy.
And they're going to go for it right here. It looks like I don't see a punter out there. They're bringing in Sistrunk, the 260-plus pound fullback, number 44, who also plays D-line now. He should be well rested. He goes both ways.
I hear the name Sistrunk. I think of
Otis Sistrunk. That's what I was going to go there
for the Raiders.
The old Oakland Raiders, man. He and Ernie Shavers. Oh, breaking the tackles. Gone. This is Peoples. He's broken containment. Peoples. Oh, he broke a man. He's going to score. Got one man to beat. Tackled. Oh, they're going to mark him down. Oh, Rebby think they have a touchdown. They're going to mark him down. Looks like they're marking him at the 1 yard line. Oh, this is not going to be a popular spot right here on the Orangeburg-Wilkinson sideline.
Oh, I think that's a terrible spot. I think that's a touchdown. Chris Carter can't believe it, and I don't blame him. I think that's 6 points all the way. You watch it right here. He just kind of disappears in there, Stacy, and all of a sudden, whoop, here he goes. He disappears. He's the people's champ on this one.
I love it.
As he takes it almost to the house, he's able to shut a would-be tackler right there. He's sprinting to the end zone. Let's see if he gets there. It's close, Stacy. But I thought the knee goes down, but I think the ball was across the plane. But of course, you don't have replay in high school ball, and they're going to put it at the half-yard line. 70 and a half yards on that run.
Oh, that's a CO pistol. Yeah, he is hot, and I don't blame him. That looked like a touchdown. Take a look right here. He is not. He's ready to go and go for extra point. He's calling for the extra point. And watch what he realizes right here.
He's telling people to stay back, stay back.
But watch what he realizes this is not a touchdown. He is going to be livid. Right there. He realizes maybe he thought he needed one more block, but that spot was interesting. COP first. That's a lot of things happening. We got a first down sponsor, Camera. We got first downs on that play. He got a first down. Jim Hudson, red zone. He skipped all that. Got right to the end zone, we thought, Joe.
Could have sworn that he got there too, Stacy. I'll tell you, that's great camera work. Just to watch the coach right there. As we've got an injured Airport Eagle, that's caused it a little bit of a delay right here. But
Joel Guess, who's had a good game, I think he might have made that tackle. He showed a lot of hustle. You saw the closing.
You saw that. I mean, that was great hustle right there. To not give up on the play, not give up on the touchdown right there, to hustle back and make the stop. About as close to that goal line as you could possibly be without being in.
That was a line chasing down the antelope in the Serengeti right there. I saw he had him in his sights and he wrote him down. If they don't score here, that will be the biggest tackle of the ball game.
Stacy, I'm gonna break your heart. That was like Don Beebe chasing down Leon.
See, he got the Cowboy stuff right here. Now they're gonna push the pile this time, and it looks like they got in that time. We're still waiting on some hands. There it is, touchdown, Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Finally, the hands go up, hands to the sky, and they're gonna take that lead right there. But wow, a big scrum there. Is there any flags now? Take a look.
Peoples again, they're just going to run right up his back. They're going to just shove him into the end zone, move that pile ahead.
And still, it took a while for the hands to go up. I'm not sure what the delay was about. They were walking around in conversations right now. I didn't see a flag.
I didn't either.
They're slow to give OW some points. Interesting call there, but Coach Carter he's like, what's going on? But 14-9 is on the board, and that's how you come out at halftime, Joe. You got to come out and answer. They're going to go for two. People's going to have two men behind him. They're going to give on the left side, and good tackle. Keys and Thomas, who just mano a mano, he got him to the ground. Need to break one tackle there. 14-9 just score. Orangeburg-Wilkinson answers out of the halftime locker room. Sonic Friday Night Rival High School Football Game of the Week, homecoming night at Airport High School. They trail 14-9 to OW.
In the capital city, there's a place where diversity isn't just a word, it's a guiding principle. At the Columbia Police Department, women aren't just breaking barriers, they're setting new standards. From patrolling the streets and leading police operations to helping crime victims, they're proving that strength knows no gender. Because here at CPD, diversity isn't just celebrated, it's a way of life. Within our ranks, you'll find more than a career. Find your center and join the Columbia Police Department.
Back at it, third quarter action, and what an answer by the Bruins of OW, taking the lead 14-9, and coming up in the fourth quarter, we'll announce our Atkins Law Firm Player of the Game. Looking for a workers' comp attorney? Remember, who you hire matters. Atkins Law. So I'll tell you, man, we want to close, so that's the rain, and the rain is there again. I think it kind of slighted up. I think it picked up a little bit there in that last drive, but nobody's throwing much anyway, so it's going to be a matter of footing. Now, here's where in the running game, the footing, the slipping, it can affect.
5 plays, 80 yards. Stacy on the drive by Orangeburg-Wilkinson to start the second half. Brendan People with a 70 and 9/10 yards run. if there is such a thing.
Right.
All the way to the 1-inch line, and then he was able to convert officially from a yard out.
Yeah, he deserved that touchdown,
He
right?
did. He absolutely did. 2-point conversion, no good, but they have retaken the lead. And you talk about the slick conditions, and watch out for that pigskin, too.
Right.
We've seen a lot of
Good
mishandling of the football.
Good point. And it almost got him. Remember, they avoided and they took that and turned it into points. Will look great opportunity to score kickoff right here. And Joe, you talked it up, and it was wobbled right there, and they never got a hold of it, like a greased pigskin. Not a greased pig. So there you go. That was one there on the return. Amari Lewis, who's had a couple of good defensive plays in this ball game as well at the corner slot. But while we changing position, I want to say right now, just give a heartfelt thoughts and prayers out to the Blythewood High School community. They lost young Troy Moore, the second, one of their linemen, just a teenager, man, passed away this past week, and we mourn and grieve with the Blythewood High School community, the family, first of all, the team, the student body, the faculty. Blythewood, they're really hurting right now. Young man's a gentle giant, and he'll be missed. Rest in peace, young Troy Moore, the second. We pray for the family and friends. Going up top right there, and it was neither receiver nor defensive back had an idea the ball was coming toward him. Look, going for Avery Jones, his #1 target. What did Coach say going in the locker room?
They were missing wideouts. They didn't see wide receivers, didn't complete passes in the first half, is what Shane Fiddler was talking about on the way to the locker room. Well, they go up top. Their first play to try to hit a big one, that came up empty.
Absolutely, Joe. He made it clear what he wants to see more of, and that's that. And, we won't use the freshman thing as an excuse. The kid is a talented athlete and already got a college offer. He wants to see him hit on some of those plays, and I think he wants to see them go to it a little bit more this half. He's going to give this time the middle with a lot of room. Big carry that time, probably about 8 on that. I believe that's Pearson again. Good job up front by Airport.
Airport's offensive line carved out a nice hole that time for Pearson to be able to pick up about 8 yards on second down.
Got a player down for Orangeburg-Wilkinson. That's 55. That's the young man who, David Blanchard, we talked about at the top of the game. Young man James Ross is 56. I talked about he's out injured already at a hip injury. He was a late scratch. Thought earlier in the week he might play, and found out today he couldn't go. Well, he's a young man who's got interest from Clemson, and now if you go down right here, Blanchard plays both sides of the ball as well.
Walking off under his own power, so that's a good sign for Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Hopefully he's not hurt seriously. And you're talking about losing a big guy off your offensive front. I mean, who's got interest from Clemson. I mean, that's a hard thing to take if you're Orangeburg-Wilkinson. I mean, that's a big-time prospect up there that you got to go without tonight.
Absolutely. James Ross, 6'5", about 255. As a 10th grader, he's going to fill out, and he's got some interest. So that's a kid that's, they'll have back hopefully next week. But they're blocking pretty well up front. Both lines have played well for these teams. That's another good job up front. It looked like a hole was there, and they closed it up quickly for Airport. Let's go down to Amanda. What's up, Amanda?
Hey guys, obviously the rain has been a factor here tonight. A lot of slippage here, sliding around, balls not getting caught completely, and that's something that Airport head coach Shane Fiddler said they emphasized in their week 1 bye week, an early week to have a bye, but they've brought back their health, and they also worked on ball security. He said that he was a big jerk to the team because they had too many fumbles in week 1 or in week 0, so now they're trying to focus on that through the rain.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Good job. And right as you were saying that, it was snagged right there with a legal man downfield. Beamer had to catch, but it's coming back talking to Coach Fiddler on the phone this week. He said they had 7 fumbles in their first game. They didn't lose all of them. He said, but and he made a good point. I never had to say it like this. He said, but even a recovered fumble for a loss is it's damaging. He said, so they recovered them, but they shut down drives every time.
It's a busted play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a negative play. Yeah. Even if you do recover it, I mean, you can't get that play back.
Yeah, it's not
going to lose yards.
Absolutely. It's not the worst thing that can happen, but it's definitely a negative.
It's a negative play.
And again, you got a young team, and you can't afford to hurt yourself by putting the ball on the ground. So they worked on that, and they've really done a better job today. But the rain, at some point, we'll see if the wet ball will cause something in the second half that could swing the game. And you see them walking off the penalty. They're going a little Michael Jackson moonwalk right there. Put a little reverse skate for Airport right there. Ball's going to be at the 26-yard line. Got a ball boy running scurrying across the field right there. Right now. 8:34 left to play in the third quarter. That's the outstanding freshman, Jay Edie. Give it the middle. That time, just a lot of white jerseys to the ball. Way to rally to the ball if you're OW. Gang tackle. That's Blanchard back in the game. He's clapping his hands outside. He's back in. They might have missed one play. He was at 42. Let's give him some love. We hadn't called that number 9. Devontae Myers, another junior. A lot of juniors on this team.
A lot of underclassmen on both teams.
Yeah, yes.
If you're Chris Carter or Shane Fiddler, you got to like the future for your programs. A lot of young talent.
Joe, we saw him last year against White Knoll, the opening game. White Knoll ended up playing for the championship. I said, what's the difference this year? He said that sophomores became juniors, and they're buying in. That's what you want as a coach. And he gave to the wrong side, but he has thrown in a double coverage, just overthrew it. That play never had a chance. Looking for Avery Jones, and I think the word is out. I think OW is aware that Avery Jones is the primary receiver.
That play looked kind of discombobulated from the start, Stacey. Kind of faked one way. There was nobody there.
Absolutely. Yeah, he gave the ball to the right side, and the running back went left. But again, young team, they're going to work that out, and they're going for some shot plays. We'll see if they try something a little more moderate. 3rd and 14, they may get to the sticks right here. Because if not, it's going to be punt time, and it'll be giving the ball with a 5-point deficit. Bubble screen to Jones. Again, it got in his hands this time. He's got to make some people miss. Good job messing that play up that time by 5. Mark Bell, a senior. Take a look right here, Joe.
Yeah, just throw the bubble screen as you talk about. Bubble's kind of a tunnel. Just get some good blocking out front, but just not enough to get a first down. Credit OW right there, and you called it on the stop.
Mark Bell.
Yep.
Talked to Coach about Mark Bell. He said last year Mark Bell was a guy that was kind of on the brink. Like he didn't know if he wanted to buy in or not. He said from last year to this year, he bought in, and now he's one of the leaders of the team, but he could have gone either way. So Bell's having a good senior year early for him. Punt team on and punting from the 20-yard line. That left foot, not a bad punt. It threw him to bounce. And I think Orangeburg got out the way at the last minute. They're gonna call the ball down where Airport picked it up. Airport folks want to say that OW player touched it. One referee called it down now, so it's no need. They called it back. I was going to say the referee's got to work that out.
They're going to say Airport recovered because the beanbag went down. Beanbag went down to the 44.
But you can't recover. No, they're saying OW ball now.
This will be interesting to see how this sorts out. Let's see, does it hit OW right here?
He didn't touch it.
I know he did not touch it.
He didn't touch it. He missed him by about 6 inches. There was 8 down there. Nick Payne, but in there, he never touched the ball. So, and they don't have the benefit of the replay, but the referees got that one right.
Yeah, they did. I thought the beanbag went down.
Yeah.
Caused maybe a touch or fumble, but that's not what was called right there. So throw the penalty flag on me. OW gets to keep the ball, and that's a good call.
And I'm throwing it on you, Joe. I'm throwing it to him. I'm
going to throw
right now. Yes, sir. You've been acting up here.
Oh,
you're hating on my Cowboys, man.
I took that Dallas Cowboys shot on
it is, man. I got a feeling it won't be the last one. Once people find out I'm a Cowboys fan. A handoff this time is that man again, and good job, Airport swarming, shutting that play down like a fire marshal at a frat house party.
There you go.
Saying everybody get out of this house right now. And little extras on the end. OW fans getting a little throaty. Thomas had some words. Good job up front by Airport, though. Don't let that be lost in this scuffle. That was a beautiful job on that left side. I believe that was 55. Daniel Butts. He's played a solid game as well. So they've diagnosed it. Thomas is the guy. They zeroed on him. They may have to change it up a little. Avenger or Sistrunk touch it a little bit.
Yeah, this is an important defensive stand here for Airport. You watched OW take the second half possession, opening kickoff of the second half, take it right down and score to take the lead. You don't want Orangeburg-Wilkinson to do the same thing here.
Getting a little feisty on the field right now. The intensity is picking up a little bit. 2nd and 11. And you can see the coaching staff get a little agitated. I think the emotions got up a little bit when that would-be touchdown was called. I think that got the attention of Coach Carter a little bit. He's been a little bit on edge.
You can hear from the parabolic mics down there. They're doing a good job of picking up the audio downstairs.
Yeah, yes, sir. A little bit of high snap. It's going to be Thomas again in the middle this time. It's going to be a hold. He's gone. He's peacing out. Peace, see you later. I'll holler at you when I see you. Touchdown OW, but it's going to come back, I do believe. Talk about the OW fight song temporarily. They're going to play half the song, play a couple stanzas, and bring it back.
Oh, goodness.
And they got players they're trying to calm down on the other side. They got to keep that composure. But the referee is standing at the 33-yard line with a hanky, a yellow hanky. And the Blanchard, he had to calm Blanchard down over there.
Mark that down, Stacy. Yeah, we'll see it right here. Thomas takes the handoff.
Right there.
And I think that's it right, yeah.
He just mauled the kid.
Handful of jersey, kind of throws him down to the ground.
And then they had some stuff afterwards. They kept engaging afterwards. Got to keep composure now. You don't want it to cause the game. It's a one-score game, so the team that keeps their composure got an advantage here. And that's what Coach is saying. Coach is trying to get his guys to stay focused. I see a lot of that on the sideline, too, saying, let's just play the game. Beautiful run.
Oh, it's great. How about that split speed by Thomas?
Oh, man.
He's got to walk away from everybody right there.
You know, he's built kind of a stocky kid, a 5'9", about 170, 180. He has a burst, though. We saw it on the runs that drive. It was all him. And that he shot through that gap just then like he was, his hair was on fire.
That would have been a 66-yard touchdown run had it stood, but it did not.
2nd and 22, Joe. And again, a team that does not want to throw the football. Don't necessarily have to. 5:26 in the 3rd quarter. But he's going to throw it this time. And he just high and wild. And he had 2 streaking open. He had Houston free, running free.
And Houston Free is walking back to the huddle, too, with his arms out going, hey.
As soon as it happened, he was just like, good gracious.
There wasn't
He locked in on 13 and never took his eyes off of it. 2 was gone.
He had a flight path to the end zone. There was no important defender anywhere.
Absolutely. Free in the wind. 5:20 now. That stops the clock. 3rd and 22. They was trying to get about half of it back with a short pass that time, but could have gotten it all. Sometimes with a young quarterback, you give him one read, Joe. You know that. And then if that ain't it, if they don't work, you don't have it. Later on, he'll be able to look to the second.
Go through progression.
Yeah. And they land. The secondary is playing off the receiver. They're gonna let him catch a short pass here and come up and tackle. And this time, Avenger had a burst there for a minute. Didn't get close to the first down, but there was a little breathing room there for a minute. It's going to help the field position, but Airport should take over. Avenger gets up, hobbled a little bit. Number 12, they're limping. And they're going to bring on the punter, Dondre Nash. So Nash had 1 field goal attempt early, and the snap was, he didn't get to kick it. The snap was bobbled, so he's the punter and kicker. Joe, let's watch together now after these plays. A little bit extra going on after the plays now. A little bit of.
I'll see if Airport comes after this one. They should have blocked one earlier.
Yeah, got a good surge that time. And let's keep an eye on that. Keys came up limping after that rushing that punt. Montreal Keys is limping. We'll step away with 4:23 on the 3rd quarter clock. Orangeburg-Wilkinson 14, Airport 9. Sonic FNR Game of the Week.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence really built up since I've been here. This place has showed me, like, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me, because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
Back here in the FNR Game of the Week, West Columbia is the place. Eagle Stadium on the campus of Airport High School, 14-9 your score. OW over Airport, and now time to take a look at the sights and sounds of the game with our Joy Law Firm Smile Cam. Joy Law Firm, just called Joy. Take a look at it. The rain can't deafen the spirits of the youngins. Smells like teen spirit. Here we are now. Entertain us. Joy Law Firm. Shout out to them for bringing you the sights and sounds from Eagle Stadium. It's homecoming night. Shout out to my guy K-Paz and the guys in the truck, all our outstanding camera folks and crew. On behalf of Amanda Poole, Joe Cash, and me, Stacey Huff, we thank everyone for tuning in. Our 10th season of Sonic FNR Game of the Week. Glad to bring you live high school football action. Nobody does it like we do, if I must say so. Great production, great work behind the scenes to make it all possible. And we got a good one cooking right here, Joe.
Sure do. Big possession here for Airport.
Absolutely. Jay Eady and his Airport team in the blue jerseys. Oh, hit immediately, dragging the player, but I'll tell you, that was a good job up front. 42 for Orangeburg, Devontae Myers.
We called Myers out a lot here this game tonight. He kind of diagnoses his play early. He's able to get in there and hold that to a minimal gain of 1.
Another junior. This OW team is poised. Both of these teams are poised for success this year, but next year or so, I think these teams are going to be a problem in whatever region they're in, because they're really putting programs together the right way. The Airport cheerleaders, again, it's been a night of festivities. They crowned the homecoming court and king and queen and all that at halftime. And then breaking out the LED show for the first time here, the light show they have here. And for touchdowns, we saw one touchdown by that man, Jay Eady, in the second quarter.
Jay Eady, again, just a freshman. Already has an offer from Miami of Ohio.
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, how about that for a freshman, high school freshman quarterback?
They offered him this summer.
Yeah. Athletic he is.
Yes,
I
absolutely, Joe.
Good quarterback, too.
And when you start off with an offer like that in 9th grade, the offers only get bigger. And nothing wrong with Miami of Ohio. Again, they turned out Ben Roethlisberger, among other players in the NFL. One man to the left of Eady, and he may throw it to him here. He looked at Pearson left, and it's going to be a bubble screen. Has room over here on the right side across the 50. Knocked down inside the 40-yard line. That is a good catch and run that time. Good play call that time. On the catch was Richard Harley, a sophomore, 6'3", 185 receiver.
Yeah, they looked left and tried to get OW to go that way with a pass, and they came back with, like you said, a little bubble screen into the boundary to the right. Big first down pickup for the Eagles.
That's a Cameron first down. Cameron brings you our first downs in the second half. Cameron heating and cooling, keeping you comfortable in your home since 1956. That's even older than me. Snap kept by Eady. Eady's going to keep it. Fake to Pearson, and he got upended, as they say in the business, right around the 37-yard line, maybe the 38, maybe. Modest gain. Take a look right here, Joe.
That's a tough hit by Eady as he takes it right here. He just picks up maybe 1 as he goes off his right side.
Yeah, as it falls at the 38-yard line, it's going to bring up second down and 8. Not a pass it down necessarily. Both teams are real stingy with the passing. Oh, nice move in the backfield, but he's going to go nowhere. That's that young man, 42 again, has been playing very well tonight. Devontae Myers, junior. Yeah, he's racking up the numbers now.
He really is. Love to see his tackle numbers by the end of the night. We call his number out multiple times here in this ball game. Another TFL.
Yes, 5'10", 195. Yeah, another TFLs have been rampant for both teams. We've seen some really good play from both teams of the front 7. There's Eady. Again, you remember they talked about the passing. Let's see if they try to pop one here. 3rd and 13 or so. Let's see if this is the time. 3 wide outs in the formation. 2 to the left of Eady. And he's going to look left. Pulls it down. This is what happened in the first half. He's going to run, try to do it with his legs. Got a man to beat over there, and hit at the sideline, and that's going to be a legal hit. He hit him in bounds. That was bang, bang, and Coach wanted him to throw that ball, and he doesn't want him to take the hit. So 2 things right there. He's not trusting the arm, Joe.
He really is not trusting the arm. You're exactly right, Stacy. Thought he might have had something down. Derek Neal's 22 closes in, and boy, that was a
close.
That was a big-time collision up there on that OW battery.
Snap, crackle, and pop. And it was one of those you can't flag that. It was continuous action right at the white. You got to get out quicker, or you got to cut it back, or a slide right there. Man, he's a 9th grader. He'll know as time goes on. But he did make it short enough to go for it. 4th and 5, and it looks like a timeout's going to be called, Joe.
Orangeburg-Wilkinson wants to talk about this. That was a good enough gain for Coach Fiddler to say, you know what, 4th and 5, we're going to go for it. Down by 5 here, under a minute to go, 3rd quarter. Might as well roll the dice and see.
Coach Carter talking about what is true. He's an inside linebacker, as I mentioned, played at OW, played at UT Chattanooga. Defensive mindset. Of course, he loves the physicality of the game. He wants his team to be a blue-collar type team. And he figured in his mind it was a kind of a deal where they kind of wanted to slug it out, and he thought he had to be careful they didn't get turned into a shootout with Airport. And right now, both coaches probably got what they want as far as the physicality. Both teams have both hit hard and played physical on defense, but neither team probably real thrilled with the passing attacks.
Yeah, there hasn't been
nothing to speak of.
Much of anything to talk about in terms of throwing the football for either one of these teams tonight. But if you're Coach Carter, you'd like the flow of this thing.
Yeah.
This is how you kind of described it, is how this game has transpired so far.
Without a doubt.
If they can get them off the field here, Stacy, that would be massive going into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, again, this is one of those momentum plays now.
Yep.
If Airport gets this first down right here, they have the momentum on their side with the home crowd, but OW would have stopped here. He's going to try to put it in the air. Edie. Oh, he's going for the whole thing right here. He has a man wide open, and he missed him. Oh, he had Will Beamer running lonesome. He was writing letters home. He was so lonesome. Oh, my goodness. He was, oh, my God, he's playing blackjack with it on his cell phone.
Yeah, this is one that Shane is going to look at in the film room. They're all going to look at it. It's like you can't get much more wide open than that. And just, you know, a true freshman quarterback, by the time he's a senior, by the time he's a junior, sophomore, junior, senior, he'll make that throw. This is only his 2nd high school ball game.
And he wants it back right now. He wants to throw it he wants it back the next play. But that one hurts. And they turned it over on downs right there. So OW with the stop. And Peoples with the little pistol formation that time. Little give of the left side, and gain of about 3 on that play. And they're not going to be in any hurry right now. They're going to try to get this clock down. And OW wants a second down snap to be in the 4th quarter.
They don't have to snap it again here in this quarter.
They're going to put 4 fingers in the air and walk down the field a little bit and just kind of hang out for a bit. And we will do that with them. Everybody's putting 4 fingers in the air. The 4th chapter and final coming right at you on the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. We're right here by the airport, folks. We're flying high. Year 10 FNR Game of the Week. Come on back.
Light it. We can take people where most people cannot take them.
The generations coming together.
That place was jumping.
The Triple Option, presented by Wendy's, wherever you get your podcasts.
Stay safe, alert, and informed with a Skywatch weather team. AMS certified Chief Meteorologist Taylor Canoost and meteorologist Clara Faith bring you local first weather updates on air and online on Watch Fox News.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
I was in the company truck and they hit me from the back, hit and run, and it messed up my back. Well, I couldn't work anymore. First lawyer I hired wasn't listening or caring. I knew I needed an attorney that would care for me. That's why I made the transition from the other attorney. I'm so glad that I found Stewart Law Office. Brent genuinely care about his client. I mean, and they fight for you. I would recommend him to anyone.
At Palmetto Pride, we know we have a choice. The choice for a cleaner South Carolina. And it's an easy one at that. Don't litter. No grand gestures or heroic efforts here, but the outcome still has monumental impacts. When it comes to our state, every choice counts and every action matters. From the great outdoors to parks next door, from Main Street to your street. All it takes is a little bit of pride to keep South Carolina beautiful.
Back here, homecoming night, Airport High School. They trail Orangeburg-Wilkinson 14-9. Let's go down on the field and check in with Amanda Poole. What's going on, Amanda?
Thanks, Stacy. OW moving in the right direction tonight. It's their 2-0 start for the first time since 2017. I asked Coach Carter why this year, and he said that these juniors and seniors we're seeing are the first group of kids that came in with him, and those relationships have really grown. He says the way he can tell that they have grown is that instead of just walking by his office, the kids actually come into his room now to talk to him.
All right, that's good to know. You want those teenagers talking. You want to keep them talking. Good job, Amanda. Thank you so much. Second down play. Good job by Airport. They're turning up on defense. And like a team that wants the ball back, it's a one-possession game. It's going to be third down and long coming up. That's a good job on that side, left side by Airport.
No doubt about that. Running play to start for OW to start this fourth quarter went nowhere. In fact, it went in reverse. Yes. So this is a big play here for this Eagles defense to try to get the Bruins off.
Yeah, somebody's helmet came off, right? That player, yeah, that's Thomas, the lead back, has to go out of the game for this play. So you get third down without Thomas. He's the guy, though. He's really carried the load for this Orangeburg team. I thought we might see a little bit more assist drunk than Avenger, but why go away from it? Thomas was so successful in those runs, especially on the right side early in the game. With a lot of time left, and it's a one-score game, Joe. A huge play coming up for the Airport defense, except we may get a timeout here. And it is a timeout Orangeburg-Wilkinson. They'll only have one timeout now. If they lose the lead at some point, I think they have one timeout left.
That's it. Play clock was about to expire, so they didn't want to lose 5 more.
Going back to what Amanda said, though, Joe, you've been around football a long time, and I have too. That means something when the players go out their way to talk to the coach. I mean, those kind of relationships, they play. It's no doubt you're going to play harder for a coach. You know, and Coach Carter and I talked about this week. You're going to play harder for a coach when you care something about what they're saying, when you have mutual respect and you know he cares about you. So that's a difference. They kind of, trying to really open up the chain of command there and the communication.
And it's about culture. It's about establishing culture to where you are all one, right? And you're all pulling for each other. You all have each other's back, and it really starts with the head coach.
Absolutely.
When he takes over.
Absolutely, Joe.
If it's football, take over, you establish that culture to get everybody to buy in.
Absolutely. You saw that at Coastal Carolina when
sure did.
A program going from 0 to.
Seen it a lot.
Yeah, a couple times, and he had to reinvent themselves, and then you see it build from 0 to 100. Another stoppage and play right there. Looks like they're going to have, they're going to have Thomas lead the field again. I don't know if it's an equipment issue. Oh, you know what? I think
he had to come out because he still hadn't played his one without
good catch by the officials. That's a good job. Trying to ease him out there. That's good.
And they tried to get him back out there.
Yeah. And now they got Sistrunk, 44, going to be beside. He's going to sit right beside Peoples now. He may get the carry here. 260 pounds might be coming right at you right now. 3rd and 9. He's going to be the protector. One-on-one coverage over there. And catch made. What a catch. Down the sideline we go. It's going to be a foot race and tackled inside the 10-yard line. What a catch, what a run. And what a tackle knocked down by Jeremiah Gilchrist. But the catch and run, Joe, was by Desi Miller. What a first down by
You watch People, the left-hander, he just puts this one up, and it didn't look like bad. Defender was in good shape. It's just a one-on-one battle over there, and Miller wins it. He goes up, high points the football, makes a man miss right there, kind of sheds that guy, and off the races he goes, and a touchdown-saving tackle that time. Jeremiah Gilchrist stops him.
And
penalty down the field, I think.
It was like a block in the back, maybe a hold after doing the run, it looks like, which should have been necessary. It was a foot race, so that's going to take some yards back, but he got mauled. It was a moss play that time by Miller. Desi Miller, a 6'1". He's 6'1", so he had a little height on him in the first place. And that's the young man. They're going to try to coaching up a kid who might have got called for pushing, blocking the back right there.
Fortunately for OW, it came far enough down the field where it doesn't wipe out the entire gain. It still will back them up outside the 30, but still, that's a huge chunk play for the Bruins.
Yeah, that's right. That's really that penalty ended up going to cost them literally 26 yards. Because the ball's on the 31. They were about the 6 or 5 yard line, 5 or 6 yard line. So it's a camera heating and cooling first down. But the penalty hurts them a little bit. Big throw and catch. At this time, knifing in with the tackle is that man who just made the tackle to save the touchdown, Jeremiah Gilchrist, the strong safety. He's kind of coming up big here in this fourth quarter.
Well, with number 4 is on the field, Derek Thomas for Orangeburg-Wilkinson, the airport defense really keying on him. And we saw Gilchrist right there. He just shot the gap and was able to stop that play for no gain.
Yeah, Gilchrist looking big here now. 6 foot, 175-pound senior strong safety. Again, we've said it before. You're going to feel us a big moment here.
It is.
Airport trailing. They have to, Orangeburg-Wilkinson has not kicked a field goal, so we're looking at either a stop or a touchdown here. So you got to get off the field with that 5-point deficit. OW trying to put the lead, a 2-score lead if they get into the end zone here.
They need to hurry up and snap this ball, too, to the Bruins.
You're right. Going to roll him right. He's going to stop right here, swing it again. Wide open again. Oh, dropped. He underthrew it a little bit, but he had 11. Travis Dixon, another sophomore down there at the goal line, Joe. We're going to probably take another look at that. That was, wow. Yeah, let's see if 20
looked like there may have been, we just heard the voice from up above tell us.
He did. 20
probably just enough to distract him right there.
20 touched a lace right there.
He's able to get a fingernail on a lace.
A lace that time.
Just enough.
I tell you what, that's twice. They're blowing people by the coverage, though. They haven't thrown so much again. They've lulled them to sleep a little bit, Joe, and they're letting people run past them. If you're airport, now you got to be aware that he's showing you he will throw it up for grabs at least.
He's been on the money, too. I mean, that pass was right there. The one earlier to Miller was right there.
So 3rd and 10. Now they've loosened it up for the young man. He's going to gain confidence with that.
Delay.
And that's the problem right there. Now they've had some trouble getting the plays off, Joe. That's now to go from 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 15.
They came real close on that last snap. It was down to about 2.
Yeah. You pointed it out. Good catch by the fashionable Joe Cashin.
Fashionable.
One day we're going to come in here in this broadcast and Joe's going to tell everybody about how he beat me real bad in golf. But right now, I'm just going to talk trash in the meantime. High snap. Breaking the pocket now, throwing. Oh, this is in the air. It's up for grabs. Intercepted by Airport. Just a heads-up play that time by Amari Lewis. And there's the light show again. Look at it, got a little light show going on right there. It's a party in West Columbia.
Let's see who got in there. Actually broke up this pass. The high snap right there. People able to reel it down. Steps up in the pocket, throws it over the middle. And it looked like the deflection made. Couldn't quite get that, Stacy.
Might have been Gilchrist again. Might have been 7 Gilchrist again. I'm not sure.
Might have been Gilchrist. Boy, now how big was that penalty? Instead of the ball being down inside the 10, OW had to start outside the 30.
Took him out of character.
Couldn't score and then winds up turning it over.
Yeah, he took the ball out of the running back's hands in some ways, too, when they got that 3rd down and long. So the penalty hurt him, and then the delay of game hurt again. And Amari Lewis took advantage of that ball being in the air. Good ball skills. And now this left side, he got some room to run. Oh, Edie showing the speed across the 30-yard line. That young athletic freshman looking good. Camera heating in there, first down for Airport, and they have something cooking at the 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Well, the time is now if you're Airport here. Early stages, fourth quarter, you're down 5. You get a turnover, you're deep in your own end, but let Jay Edie try to make something happen, and he did right there to the tune of about 31 yards.
Just Blanchard might be down the ground right here. I think that's Blanchard 55. Just cramps or not. Again, the young man played both ways all night. Jay Edie showing all the skills. 6'1", 170. The freshman, also outstanding basketball player as well. And yeah, Blanchard's going to limp on the field. That looks like cramps. Again, the young man's played a lot of snaps in this ball game.
He's gutted it out tonight for Orangeburg-Wilkinson, playing both ways again. Talking about South Carolina State, the Citadel. They want that young man very interested.
Absolutely. Talented kid.
He's a stud out there.
He really is. Plays with a lot of intensity. So that stopped the clock a little bit to get him off the field there. So he'll sit out at least one play. If it's a cramp, he'll probably be back. But 8:59 to play. Momentum on the side of the Airport. They don't have the lead, but they have the momentum. They have the home crowd, and they have an electric freshman, Jay Eady.
Who has their only touchdown tonight on a 10-yard run.
And he's going to give this time to Pearson, dancing in the backfield with too many orange jerseys. He had to make 2 or 3 moves to get back to the line of scrimmage right there. Good surge up front by the Bruins.
There's a lot of traffic in that backfield for him to try to pick his way through. Good push up front, as you described, by Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Stop that to a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, they're doing good pressure up the middle. And you see 44 right there, your fullback. He's also key on that defense right there. Playing a lot of these kids on both teams playing both ways. It's a good thing for them. It's not a really hot night, though, so that's one thing that kind of helps that. Also, Jackson Glenn playing both ways. Jackson Glenn gets some interest from the Gamecocks. He's heard from number 52 for Orangeburg. Eady's going to keep it around the left side with a man in front of him. Good job kind of stonewalling him for Orangeburg-Wilkinson, but not before Eady can get the first down. I believe they got him in bounds past the first down marker. It's going to be close. I thought he might have stayed in bounds a little longer. It's going to be right at the stick.
I think he's about a yard short.
Man, yeah, they got him going out of bounds a little earlier than I thought. We were obscured a little bit by the Airport players on the sideline. So, yeah, he's out a yard shorter than I thought. So
I don't know, Stacy. I mean, this was right on the mark.
Yeah, they may have to look at this.
He needed the 44, and he knows the football is right on, looks like to me, the 44. Now they're going to say, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's first down.
It's first down. Yeah, he was right at the stick. Yeah, I thought he had him. I thought he had another little bit of real estate there, but it doesn't matter. They get a fresh set of downs. You got a feeling they may use all 4 this time. Now it's 8 minutes on the clock, but both teams run a lot, so you don't get a lot of possessions, as we mentioned. Running through traffic again for no gain. Just like Pearson again, good surge by Orangeburg-Wilkinson. A lot of players looking tired out there right now, though.
Derek Neals. I mean, I don't know how many tackles Neals has tonight, but he's got to be double digits. He's able to make the stop on that play.
Avenger as well. He's a little tired. Just a lot of guys with hands on hips and hobbling. This has been a physical game, and a lot of kids from both teams, as I mentioned earlier, has played both ways. This could be this, you only get the ball so many times left, so this is not the last time, and maybe the next to last time Airport may touch it. They're trying to make it count. 2nd and 10. Going up top, going for the whole thing. It's one-on-one coverage. That's just good coverage right there. The ball was not catchable. That's just good coverage.
I think so, too. I think the defender had perfect position and didn't get pushed off, and he's able to play the ball, take a look at it, comes up big right there. Stops the incomplete.
Yes, sir. Stops the clock at 7:35, Joe, at 3rd and 9. So by throwing on that play, you kind of almost commit yourself to throwing on this play. But again, if you're looking at 4 downs, then you might keep the ball in Eady's hands. He's had success getting outside behind blockers, so we'll see what they do here. It's going to be an interesting play call. 3rd and 9 for Airport. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to keep it in his hand with block. And Orangeburg-Wilkinson, like I thought it was coming. I think Orangeburg-Wilkinson thought it was coming too. Avenger and Sistrunk both there. 2 of the running backs in on that tackle, the linebacker. And Sistrunk the credit. That's going to be a loss on the play. 4th and a long distance phone call.
And your Fiddler here, Coach Fiddler there. Now you try to run a quarterback run into the short side over there where there are a lot of defenders already, and Eady never had a chance on that. And if you're Coach Fiddler, no choice here. You got to punt it. Kind of hate to do it with 7 minutes on a rolling clock like you described. And hope that you get the ball back.
So you got to count on a 3 and out right here.
Yep.
Or a turnover. Again, I don't want to jinx that. We haven't had a lot of that kind of thing. The ball's been loose a few times, but it hasn't really been a huge factor in the game. Need a good punt too. And it's not. But it took a great roll for Airport. That was not a good kick. It was low. Almost like he mishit it. We're going to step away with 6:38 to play in the ball game. Airport Eagles 9, Orangeburg-Wilkinson 14. This is Sonic FNR Game of the Week, Year 10. Stay with us.
At Atkins Law, we believe who you hire matters, but don't take our word for it. Hear it from our clients.
From the front desk to the paralegals answering my questions to DeWanna having my back, I couldn't ask for a better team of professionals.
From my first phone call to meeting Joe in person, I knew I was going to be in good hands. Holly has a great practice, and her various experiences brings tons of knowledge to each of her clients.
Remember, who you hire matters.
In the capital city, there's a place where diversity isn't just a word, it's a guiding principle. At the Columbia Police Department, women aren't just breaking barriers, they're setting new standards. From patrolling the streets and leading police operations to helping crime victims, they're proving that strength knows no gender. Because here at CPD, diversity isn't just celebrated, it's a way of life. Within our ranks, you'll find more than a career. Find your center and join the Columbia Police Department.
Welcome back, 14-9, 6:39 to play. We have a little drama here in West Columbia, South Carolina on the F&R Game of the Week. And coming up in the fourth quarter, we'll announce our Atkins Law Firm Player of the Game. Looking for a workers' comp attorney. Remember, who you hire matters. Shout out to Holly Atkins, Joe Wideman, and the crew over there, Elizabeth, all my good buddies over there. Thank them for being outstanding sponsors. Thanks to all our sponsors. Make it happen. Let's go to Fiddler. Right there on the sidelines. I don't have any roof jokes. I don't have any good puns. of Fiddler. Seems like I could have done more with that. I'm a little disappointed. But, you know, we'll let him live. Carey this time. By that man again, I think that's Thomas.
It is.
Left off the field a couple times. He's carried the rock so many times there, and he gets a good gain that time. Looks like it's going to be they're going to move those sticks. The camera heating in there. First down for Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Not the way you want to start if you're Airport.
Well, you're certainly looking at a potential candidate for player of the game.
I would think.
If Orangeburg-Wilkinson goes on to win this game, he has been a workhorse tonight.
He really has. He really has. This next 6 minutes is going to be action-packed, I do believe, because, again, I think Airport does have their timeouts. Orangeburg-Wilkinson on the move, though. That was a big run across midfield, and they're going to ride him again. This time a counter step, and he breaks a tackle. I'll tell you what, he looks fresh. For a guy who's carried the ball that much, he still moves pretty well. A lot of carries on his back right now. He got about 8 on that. Take a look.
That's just he kind of steps to the left, cuts it back to the right, sheds a tackler. Able to pick up a big gainer there, about 9 yards on first down.
Yeah, 2nd and 1, and you love 2nd and 1 if you're an offensive coordinator. Even though you're not going to throw the ball here, this Orangeburg-Wilkinson team haven't thrown it much all night, but I feel like with 2 plays to get a yard, you feel pretty good about it. But that guy 4 has really led them tonight. The junior running back.
You want to stay in bounds too.
Absolutely.
You want to stay in bounds if anything. But
if you're Airport, you need a turnover right now. In a lot of ways, a turnover would help your cause. And just a good run that time, driving the legs. Derek Thomas needed 1. Got about 6 or 7, and that's going to be a camera heating and cooling first down for Orangeburg-Wilkinson.
Stacy made a great point just a minute ago about the freshness that Derek Thomas. He just looks like he's put it in another gear here on this drive. He looks like the man of the match at the moment. It looks fresh and looks good out there.
Good point. Man of the match is a way to put it. Like he feel like he's putting this, trying to take this game to the house. He's trying to carry him on home right here. He's carried him all night. He was a leading rusher last year. He's a leading returning rusher, so he's the guy they lean on. So you lead the team in rushing as a sophomore. Of course, your junior year, you expect to do big things. And we don't have the official stats right now, but this kid's got to be well over 100 yards. Maybe a $150 or so right now.
I think they took a 66-yard touchdown run off the board.
Right.
That he could have had too.
That's right. Got a 74-yard drive all on his back.
Yep.
And then a couple other chunk plays. Peoples is going to hand to Cameron now. Avenger, excuse me. Avenger with a flag down. It's going to be on offense, I do believe, right here, which is going to stop the clock. Coach Carter is irate.
He is apoplectic over there.
Oh, yes. Okay. That's what we're doing? Okay. Disgruntled? Okay.
I don't think they were set before they snapped the ball. Again, the play clock was down to 1, and then they tried to go and snap it before everybody was really set.
Yeah, that's one of those mental errors right there. You don't want to stop the clock.
No, you don't.
And you don't want to take it, and you're gashing them. You get 5-6 yards of pop right here. That's enough to win you a game. But you can't go backwards. And that was Avenger on the carry that time. You know, he's a guy who plays a lot on defense and makes some plays at linebacker. Thomas is getting a rest right now, which he deserves. It's going to be Avenger again. I'm trying that left side again, and he made a man miss. And he's slicing through. They just running through a team. Keys made a tackle, and Airport's looking tired. Both teams look tired right now, but Airport's not wrapping up on defense. Avenger with a first down run. That's a Cameron are heating and cooling first down, keeping you comfortable in your home since 1956. 6'2", 225. You don't want to see 6'2", 225 when you're tired, Joe.
Well, Avenger is he's much better than Avenger,
oh, wow, you are rolling right now.
On that run.
Okay, then. You're just a man. And this is going to be a young man who I think played a good game. He's down right now, Daniel Butts. Only a sophomore, 6'2", 230. He's played well. I hope there's something light right here, because that could be a cramp there as well. Yeah, these teams are starting to cramp up a little bit. It's not a hot night, but a lot of these kids, as I mentioned, go both ways.
Yeah, they do.
But you can tell Orangeburg-Wilkinson can smell it now. The offensive line firing off, the backs are turning those legs, trying to get a few more first downs and take it in.
They can sense it, they can feel it, you can kind of see it in their play like you just described. I mean, they're really kind of coming at this drive with a full head of steam. They know they have the opportunity to put the hammer down and maybe shut the door entirely on the Airport Eagles in this drive right here. They're trying everything they can to do that.
They're leaning on them. And like I said, both teams are tired now. It's like two stumbling heavyweight boxers out here now. You see a lot of guys out there who play bent over, hands on hips, some limping. But they're leaning on them right now. You're right. They're trying to.
They sense it.
Yeah, they're trying to carry it on home. But, again, a turnover changes everything right now. If you're Airport, they're going to start pulling at the ball here. Orangeburg-Wilkinson has not kicked the field goal, so if they get to a fourth down, if they can get them to fourth down, they can get them off the field. And that's a botched snap, and good job that time by Airport. But look how slow some of these guys are getting up. It's just, they just look tired, both teams.
Well, how many times has Orangeburg-Wilkinson mishandled a snap or a handoff, and
it's never hurt. It hasn't hurt them.
They haven't put it on the ground to where Airport's had a chance to recover anything.
Absolutely. And good to see back in the game. That young man, 55, that just left. He came back in. Daniel Butts is back in the game, so it was a cramp. They worked it out. But the clock is rolling, though. We're under 4 minutes now.
If you're Coach Fiddler, time is now becoming precious, and you have 3 timeouts in the pocket. You pointed that out a minute ago.
Yeah. And again, but neither team is going by the air. Excuse me. Neither team has thrown it well, so the 3 minutes can seem like 1 minute if you're not going to throw it. So Orangeburg-Wilkinson in no hurry. They're going to let the play clock wind down a little bit. High snap again, and Peoples going nowhere. Montreal Keys with a vicious body slam. That's a violent tackle, and that's going to get the crowd awake right now, and that might be what his teammates need to see right now. Take a look.
That looks like some Mid-Atlantic Championship wrestling going on there. You watch him, he tackles him. Totally legal play. I mean, that's just, he just went whoop, boom.
Violent.
And now I think, now you do see Coach Fiddler take the first. I'm wondering when the clock management would start, and it started now.
Yeah.
You get a negative play right there.
Yeah, we're going to step away with that timeout. 3:25 to play. Come on back for the exciting conclusion of Airport. Orangeburg-Wilkinson on the FNR Game of the Week.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence really built up since I've been here.
This place has showed me, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me, because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but at Sonic, fun is exactly $1.99 for your favorites like the quarter-pound double cheeseburger. So take that, they. The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
Welcome on back inside. 3:25 left to settle it. Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. Orangeburg-Wilkinson trying to spoil homecoming night for Airport. Up 14-9. That's Coach Carter on your screen right there. Stacy Huff, Joe Cashin in the booth. Amanda Poole doing her outstanding job as always on the sideline. We have some accolades to give out, but first we got to find out who will be the stars of this ball game. Might still be determined. Peoples going for it all up top. Has a man. Oh, it was in their arms. They want interference. It could have been a call there, but should have been caught as well. Houston free, running free.
Credit McCray to get back there and kind of break this up a little bit.
Did he? Did he just look? It was almost just dropped, Joe.
I kind of got a little screened out, to be honest with you. I'm going to say that he did, but let's look at the replay. I got screened out. He's just throwing this ball up in the end zone. Let's see here. Anything happens. And
he got his left arm.
He kind of pulled his arm a little bit. Hey, that's a PBU. That's what it goes down as.
Yeah.
It's interesting you throw the ball right there because you run it, you might force Airport to have to take another timeout, but Coach Carter, he went for the downs. He went for the jugular right there, came up empty. Credit Airport for coming up with a big defensive play.
And you know what? He had him.
He did. Ball's right there.
Yeah, but again, that's a lot of confidence in your defense, though.
Yeah.
Because now you're gonna, and they called their last time out right here.
Orangeburg-Wilkinson, as you said, they have exhausted their allotted timeouts here in the second half. So this is a fascinating call. What does Coach Carter do? Obviously, he goes for this here. But what do you do to pick up 15 yards, 14 yards on fourth and 14?
And as you said, double whammy on the clock, because even after this play, the clock's gonna stop for change of possession. So you only get the time of this play. So if you don't get 14 yards, Airport gets the ball back with 3 and some change left, and that's
plenty of time.
Yeah, with high school rules,
plenty of time.
Clock stops on the first down and got the sidelines, and it's not like they can't throw it. But Edie's a guy that's been turning them, he's been tearing them up with his legs. And the field position ain't bad. If you don't get a whole lot of yards, they're almost at the 30-yard line. They don't have forever to go. That's
exactly right.
That's a lot of confidence in your defense, or a lot of confidence in his 4th down and 14 play call, Joe.
Well, it looks like they may punt this thing away. I thought they would go for it, but they're going to try to pin them back deep. And I think this is a smart call here.
Good call. Yeah, this is a good call.
You get this thing down inside the 10, you've done your job.
And that's a good kick. He kicked it straight up in the air. That's a good kick. Okay. It could have been worse for Airport. He could have gotten it inside the 10. So they're going to be pretty good to get the ball to 18-yard lines. They have, let me do some ciphering right here, 82 yards for the win with 3:15 to play. That's a lot of time.
And still 2 timeouts in the pocket. It's about a 15-yard change of field position right there, which is, that's another first down you got to pick up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get that. But you're right. That running play on second down would have been, a third down would have been, third down would have caused it.
But that wide out was wide open and the ball was right there.
Anyway, right.
Defender made a good play.
They had the right play called. Edie's going to put it in there with a bubble screen. Oh, in pursuit. What a good job. Avenger has a little bit left in the tank after playing both ways all night. And 6'2", 225. That kid runs well.
Boy, he closed well, Stacy. If you watched him, he read this all the way and just closed on the ball and made a sure tackle, on that play.
Yeah. Jordan Avenger transferred in from nearby high school in that area, Bowman High School, and he's been a great advantage, a great pickup for them. Oh, wide open. Just let him a little bit too far out of bounds. Now you got pressure on. Now you got 2 plays now, Joe. Need 12 yards.
The Avenger hit the portal. Is that what happened?
That's good. See, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Did I go there?
I didn't say that, Joe. No, see, that was Joe Cashin, everyone. See, Huff did not say that.
He's a good player.
No, actually,
tell you what.
I'm sorry. What I was told, he was originally zoned for OW.
Okay, well then it makes sense.
Yeah, he was kind of told.
And he's in the right place.
Go back, go where you're zoned for.
Yep, exactly.
So
he's a good player for them.
He really is. And the junior, he has another year after this. And 6'2", I just like the size. 6'2", 225. You can play a couple different positions there.
That's next level size.
It is. Linebacker or safety.
You can find a home for someone with that size.
Yeah. And if you definitely as a running back,
yes,
he's shown good speed. So yeah, he's got a lot going on there. So again, this will be 3-0 for Orangeburg. They can pull it off.
The Airport, you don't necessarily have to get all of it here, but at least make it. If you don't, at least make this 4th and manageable.
Yeah, right. You got to. The 3rd and 12. You got to cut into this 12 yards. Enough to do anything desperate. Edie's going to fake it. He's going to look now. A little pressure from behind him. And nothing happened. There's too many white jerseys. Nobody was open. And just a team meeting held around the young quarterback. His 45 was one of the guys there. Jason Thrower. I think he might have had Sistrunk in there.
It's great coverage downfield. I mean, Edie stood in there and stood in there and stood in there and waited, and nothing ever materialized down the field. It's great coverage down the field by the Bruins, and finally the pocket collapsed, and instead of him being able to escape and get out of there or maybe throwing it away, he takes a sack for a little bit of a loss. And now the play of the game's coming up.
You're right. Look at that. Look how young he looks in the face. He looks like a 14, 15
He's 14-year-old. Yeah. He's a 14-year-old young.
Yeah, he looks. I mean,
he's wise beyond his years.
Man, and talented beyond everybody's years. He's a talented kid and outstanding student as well. Let's go down to the field with Amanda Poole. What's up, Amanda?
Hey guys, yeah, Airport starting out 0-1, obviously, and Airport's last winning season was back in 2019. I asked Coach Fiddler, what's it going to take to have a winning season? And they were close last year, going 5-5, and he says it starts with believing. They've got a lot of talent, young talent. I mean, like you said, Stacy, they're starting 10 sophomores and freshmen, so it's all about the buy-in and belief.
Absolutely. Well said, Amanda. Appreciate you for all your work down on the sidelines. Done a great job as always. The outstanding Amanda Poole, the fashionable gentleman, Joe Cashin.
And she talked about culture. I mean,
absolutely.
She talked about culture.
Absolutely.
Getting that right.
Absolutely. And I'm just Stacy Huff. Glad to hang out with these folks out here on Friday nights. We have so much more coming for you. This game, this play right here is going to say a lot about this game. He might can run it right here. If he get outside, no, they close it. And he never, you got to throw that somewhere, Joe. And that's going to be a tackle right there. Orangeburg-Wilkinson celebrating. They're going to take over right there with 2:11 to play, and I think Airport has one timeout.
They do have one timeout, and I'm not sure that Orangeburg-Wilkinson can get home with that one timeout that Airport's got, but it's going to be awfully close.
Absolutely. They're going to call it the first play probably, and then if you're Orangeburg-Wilkinson, you're just trying to.
And you're right. If you're Edie, you got to try something down the field there.
Give somebody a chance to make a play. You got to trust your teammates. Somebody's got to give somebody a chance to make a play. We're not going to bash that young kid. I'm so excited about his future.
He's a freshman, and by the time he, as a sophomore, you know, he'll know to do something different there.
And as coachable as he is, by the end of this year, maybe you might see some games. He's looking and eager to learn, from what I understand. Now, you got to stand. If you're Thomas, he fell down. Good job by Thomas. He fell down before he could be dragged out of bounds there, and that may be the timeout call.
It is
for Airport,
Yep.
So now, for Airport, you got to tackle the football now, Joe. The only thing you do is you got to pull the ball out of there.
If you're Orangeburg-Wilkinson, you don't even need to be handing the ball off anymore after that. Just, go under center, take the snap, ball down. It's really all you got to do.
The play clock is 25 seconds, correct?
Yes.
So well, if they do that 4 times, Airport will have a couple plays, maybe a play. It will take something of a miracle.
What a great start, though. If OW hangs on here, what a great start for them with a 3-0 start. I think you mentioned this a few minutes ago. 3-0 start the year after how much they struggled in Coach Carter's first season. And we saw them last year, the season opener against White Knoll as they came to Orangeburg, and well, you can kind of tell that was a lot of very young players that you kind of felt like that over the course of the next 2 or 3 years would just get better.
I think he said something. Yeah, I think he said something. They played like 6 teams and won 11 games.
Yeah.
Something like that. White Knoll ended up playing for the state championship in 5 games.
Sure did.
And we weren't sure that first game whether White Knoll was that good or OW was bad. They were young, but that was better than we thought. And White Knoll was really, really good in that ball game. So shout out to my OW friends. My first OW friend I ever met, Brian Rose out in California, number boy Robin Roberts, Karen Danslow, Tony Elliott.
That first down will end it.
Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. That's the first down. That's just Airport just kind of saying right there, like, and that's that man, Sistrunk, big 44, who's played himself a game, especially on the defense, holding down that defensive line. DeMonte Sistrunk, 6 foot, 265, and a junior.
Congratulations to Coach Carter and his OW Bruins.
Absolutely. Shout out to all my OW friends out there. And so we got a player down, though. We'll check on that. That may be here. Can't see it. Got him covered up. I think it's an Airport player. So that's going to slow down the clock right there.
Stacy, we'll take the band on the road to my backyard next week.
Absolutely. Over your way, Camden. Not far from me now. I'm an Elgin guy now.
Close by, too.
Yeah. I went from a Clemson Road guy to an Elgin guy. It was about a 7-mile move, but I'm an Elgin guy now.
That's great.
Ridgeview High School taking on Camden.
Yep.
Ridgeview has Dutch Fork tonight. I'm sure they had their hands full there. Camden has had always plays a tough schedule early.
Camden was tied it with Hartsville at halftime. It was 14 apiece last I saw.
Who was it?
Camden tied with Hartsville at halftime.
Oh wow, that's always a classic matchup.
A great high school rivalry traditionally in the state of South Carolina.
It really is. And just I dealt with Hartsville growing up in Chesterfield. I dealt with Hartsville quite. I saw them more than I cared in every sport. But yeah, that's always a big one. Hartsville's a power that's been produced a lot of NFL and college collegiate players. Camden has as well. Camden's really been knocking on the door so long now. We've seen them 3 times losing championship games. They're trying to finally break through. You never know when that year will be. They've just had some talented teams over the years. They haven't gotten through for a championship. Last time they got to a lower or upper state championship, their head coach, Derek Howard, was the quarterback under Kirk Burnett. That was back in the late 90s.
Kirk Burnett used to
play coach
right
he's
here.
He's from here. By the way, we didn't mention Deuce Staley.
Yeah.
On the board. Deuce Staley's an airport alum from a Gamecock, from an Eagle and Steeler, and Jim Stuckey.
Yep.
Clemson outstanding offensive lineman. Of course, Dick Sheridan, we talked about several times. Up the middle again, just leaning on folks. OW trying to, they're not doing the victory formation. I think they can at this point with them. After this ball is spotted here, they probably can go victory formation. But both these teams will be fine, though. I think both these teams will be ready for region play. Again, youth, 10 sophomore and freshmen on this airport team. A lot of youth on the Orangeburg team as well. They had a Jim Hudson red zone right there. Another Camden first down on a couple plays ago. Jim Hudson, shout out to them for being our red zone sponsor. Experience it once and you'll never forget. Jim Hudson. Not sure what's going on the field right now, but
I think they're having a clock. Something going on with with the clock. Okay, now it's right.
It's about time for the benediction on this one.
I was going to say, Stacy,
benediction time. Take the last offering and everybody get to the buffet.
We deployed the landing gear and we're on final approach.
There you go, Airport Road. That's my guy, Joe Cash. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you're the fashionable Joe Cash.
Yeah, that's right.
Outstanding citizen and gentleman.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
No doubt, man.
Buffy, tray tables up. Yep.
Yes.
Seats forward.
Absolutely.
Make sure you're buckled up.
Shout out to my wife just landed up in Virginia today. Shout out to her traveling mercies. Speaking of flights, she said it was her first solo flight. They're going for another touchdown right here. And they pushing it. Did he get in?
I don't think so. I think they're going to mark him short. They're marking him short.
I think they're going to mark him short, but did he get in? I think he might have got in. They marking him short.
They're marking him short. They don't have to run another play.
They don't have to. Yeah, they can just take a knee right here. They were trying to put a. Now the points come into play for playoffs on the tiebreakers. I don't know how that all works, but.
Orangeburg doesn't have to run another play. OW doesn't have to. They don't have to
No,
snap
they're not
it
going.
again.
That's it. They celebrate now. Yeah,
that's it.
Let's go put an exclamation point on this ball game. Orangeburg-Wilkinson goes on the road, defeats Airport, and go to 3-0. And we don't know the last time they've been 3-0. It's been a minute. Congratulations to the Bruins, Coach Chris Carter and his crew. Airport will be okay. They got some talented players, young players. They'll be fine. With a good sportsmanlike handshake line here, and everybody get on about their way.
It's a great win for the Bruins tonight, Stacy. They come on the road, they find a way to get it done. A tough, hard-fought game. Good ball game between both teams.
Stepping away. Let's get this handshake line going right here, and the sportsmanship should prevail here, and respect to both coaches. We'll step away with some accolades and some awards coming up here. 14-9 is your final. Come on back for the post game here on the Sonic FNR Game of the Week.
Stay safe, alert, and informed with a Skywatch weather team. AMS certified Chief Meteorologist Taylor Canoost.
We have a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Saluda County.
And meteorologist Clara Faith.
We're getting back to that time of year across the Midlands when humidity will start to climb.
Bring you local first weather updates on air and online on Watch Fox News. Subscribe to Watch Fox on YouTube to see the content you may have missed on air. Engage with your community. Like, comment, and click the notification bell and never miss an update.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands Trophy since 1976.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands Trophy since 1976.
Back here at Airport High School, Eagle Stadium, Orangeburg-Wilkinson wins over Airport 14-9 on our Game of the Week. Thanks for joining us on this in our Year 10, Week 2 of this season. Let's go to our player of the game, brought to you by Atkins Law Firm. Looking for workers' comp attorney? Remember, who you hire matters. Joe Cashin, who is our player of the game, sir?
Orangeburg-Wilkinson running back Derek Thomas, 19 carries, 144 yards on the ground here tonight. You see him explode up the middle. One of his big runs here this evening, kind of takes a shaky handoff there, able to shake one tackle and watch him just pick him up and put him down, Stacy. He was a workhorse tonight. 74 yards rushing on that touchdown drive he had in the first half for them. And you see him right here. He's just bowling over tacklers and getting kind of what he wants. 144 minus without even adding a 66-yard touchdown run that got called back. And, of course, your play of the game, Stacey.
Brought to you by Mark Brown. Our Mark Brown play of the game. Who is that, Joe?
That's Brendan People, the quarterback. Watch him right here on the 4th and short. He disappears into the pile and whoop. Here he comes again, just like Houdini. There he goes. 70-plus yards all the way to the 1-yard line. You see him right here. He's picking him up and putting him down. Doesn't quite get there. You see him get tracked down just shy of the goal line.
Brendan People, and that's brought to you by Mark Brown, your dedicated injury lawyers. Mark Brown for our play of the game. Let's go down to the field with Amanda Poole and some victorious Bruins from Orangeburg-Wilkinson High School.
Thank you, Stacy. You're alongside Coach Carter. Coach, you guys already surpassed your total wins from last season in week 2 here. What's the difference?
You know, our guys are playing together as a family. They understand a part of what we want to do. And I just think it's the all-in atmosphere is what you got to have to get to this level.
You are a graduate from OW, so you know this rivalry well. What is this trophy you guys have earned, the Dick Trophy tonight? What does that mean to you guys?
You know, not many guys, these guys were born when Dick Sheridan was coaching at OW. But it dates back when he first won the state championship, and then he left and came to Airport. And so it's always been, you know, a battle between OW and Airport. So I think it just kind of brings back that old rivalry of what it was back then.
We'll bring on some more hardware for you guys, as you guys are our winners for the Sonic Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week.
Bunch of Orangeburg-Wilkinson Bruins. Congratulations to OW, Chris Carter, and his whole crew out there. You are champions of the night. Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. Well played. They go to 3-0. Shout out to them. I want to thank all of our crew out there, camera crew, production crew, everyone for making it possible. Thanks to our sponsors, Sonic, Stewart Law Offices, South Carolina National Guard, Columbia Police Department, Cameron Heating and Air, Atkins Law Firm, Mark Brown Law Firm, Jim Hudson Automotive, Michaelis Mattress, Blue Cross Blue Shield, MUSC, Lexington Medical Center, Palmetto Pride. I want to thank all of our crew. For Amanda Poole, for Joe Cash, and I am Stacy Huff saying thank you for tuning in. Tonight, next week, we're at Camden High School for the Ridgeview Blazers taking on the Camden Bulldogs next Friday night in what should be an action-packed game full of talent. Look to see you there. Enjoy your weekend, folks, of sports, and we see you next time. Good night, everybody.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence has really built up since I've been here.
This place has shown me, like, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's